Oh, shit.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Oh, how do we do this? It's been so long.
What's a Pokemon?
It's been 3,000 years.
It's been at least 3 weeks, right?
Like 3, 4.
It's been a month.
Has it been a full month?
We've missed 4 games, as far as I
What?
remember.
It's been.
I don't know about that.
That's bad.
I don't know about that. It probably has.
You were sick for one, then you had your cable ripped out for another. You had last week. Was there one more?
What? Well, no, because that'd be...
The
that
first
would
one
make
was
this be the
technical
4th week, right?
difficulties.
Yeah.
Or was
Uh,
this...
the-
I mean, this would be the 5th week. 4th?
You had, I think you had 2 different technical difficulty things.
It's been a while.
It's been too long.
It's been a while since we had this. Spin a little bit. Spin a little bit. But we here. And that's all that really matters, right?
Where are the nerds at?
That's all that really, really matters. I can't believe it's session 69 minus 10. We made the same joke, only with the opposite direction earlier, Reverie. The exact same thing happened.
Without being on stream, so you know.
We la. That's right. We la. Dodge. V. We la. V. True. We la. V. What's going on, Youth? What's going on, Dodge? What's going on, Reverie? What's going on, Yamato? What's going on, Yiftarian? How you guys doing? We are playing some Pokemon today. Again, for those of you who have not been keeping up with the Discord, we mentioned this. Blue, you're cutting out. Am I cutting out? Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Am I cutting out?
Not for me, at least.
Yeah, like, it must be on stream if you are.
Yeah. Hello?
Ooh,
What do people think? Ah. I mean, not to you? Oh, is it just Youth? Sounds fine to me. Okay, it might just been you, Youth. I don't know.
Oh no.
Hopefully not. Hopefully everything's going perfectly fine for you, Youth. But thank you very much for bringing that to my attention, because that was one thing I wanted to bring up, but we'll bring that up in a second. For those of you who haven't been paying attention to the Discord, just to get it out of the way right now, unfortunately, our boy Will not be taking part in today's Pokemon game. 77, the one who played number 77, Joseph, he's having some issues with his place of residence, and unfortunately, we won't be having him in the games for at least a little while, potentially for the rest of the campaign, but we shall have to see. Hopefully, we'll get him back, but we'll have to see how things go. It's just gonna be Varric, Keanu, and the other one today.
Just the 4 of us?
Just the 4 of us. I'm not with
Yeah.
you.
You're the DM.
Fuck off. I'm here to
Basically
kill all of you.
Monica.
That's my job.
My job is to murder. I'm kidding.
Well, you've succeeded at least once. So.
I have done exactly one more murder than I thought I would do in a Pokemon game. Yes.
No, if we're gonna count it, then we gotta count the Varric near-death experience.
Well, that's a near-death experience, not a full death
used-
experience.
Well,
He
if
had
you
to
count
use
all
a
the deaths that
wish
happened in another world,
to not
then
you
sure.
to die.
Well, you still used the wish though.
He still
You
would have
fucking-
died otherwise.
Steins
We
gated your
should
way
count
back.
that timeline as a dead timeline. There we go, you killed the whole timeline.
Can you just imagine for 1 second before we continue that there are timelines in our Pokemon game? There are timelines and death in our Pokemon game.
It's canon.
It's canon.
Which how many more Pokemon campaigns can say that? Probably a lot of them actually. But yes, other than that, I do have another mic setup, a new mic setup right now. And Aaron helped me out with a little bit of things on how to fix my mic to work certain ways. So let me know if you guys can hear me pretty well through both of your ears. And if I'm getting close to peaking and things like that, if I'm too loud compared to the others, too quiet compared to the others, I need to understand if those kind of things are going through with all of this. So hopefully you guys can help me out with some stuff like that. Because while we're in this little bit of a transitional period with this, I'd like to make sure that it comes out as well as it could. Also, okay. Also rip. Yes, this gun is foamable.
Oh.
Of course. You're correct.
Never left home.
They're
without
actual
it.
deaths in normal Pokemon? No. They just went on vacation.
Eh.
Yeah. Just went on vacation. They had good times on vacation.
100%. They're not dead. Not dead at all.
No,
Shut up.
definitely not. Why would you even bring that up? Blaze Leader, about 3 minutes ago, gave a resubscribed at tier 1 for the 19th month in a row. Thank you very much, my dude. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. We didn't really know what to do with Will's side over here. Like, we made this little like formal tribute side, but I think the best way we can pay tribute to Will is just fucking ignore him and leave all of his shit here. But that's the best way we can pay tribute to Will. What? What you guys out? Don't say ouch. What do you mean?
Best way to pay tribute to Will is to have Joseph be blasted off again, like fucking Jonathan was. Just get yeeted by a laser beam all the way
In
to
jail with this kid with his Rattata and a Garbodor.
He just gets blasted into the jail cell that Jonathan is in.
That Jonathan is in for, is it the third time now?
After he got bailed, he went right back in.
Don't know what life is like on the outside anymore.
So he had to come back. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how things end up going. But yes, with all of that being said, I know that it's been quite a while. So let's go ahead and first go. We're here with our boy Emerald Stag.
Yo, I'm Emerald. I play Varric.
No, you don't.
Wow.
We're here with our boy Eric VA.
Oh, I'm so used to there being a couple in between. Hi, I'm Eric.
And we're here with our boy twitch.tv/FrozenFrost.
Sex Party says solar flares are just sun jizz.
And that's it. This is the smallest, like tied with the smallest crew we've had, I think. I don't think we've ever had less than 3 people in this group.
Yeah,
True.
that's right.
Well,
We also have our boy, our DM.
no, we fucking don't. Shut the fuck up.
Summoner Blue.
Kill your. I'm kidding.
Who are you talking about, Emerald?
I don't know. I guess.
Don't you know
God.
Blue died 2 years ago
3
today?
years ago today.
But yes, we are currently all here ready for some Pokemon. You guys are ready for some Pokemon as well. It's been quite a while, but I'm sure that will not stop Eric from telling us what happened last game.
Boy, howdy. Fucking last session was goofy as shit. Keanu was in a base and he lied to a cat and got coffee and met a dude with some blobs. And those blobs were really happy to be dissected and like experimented on. So, go hard dittos or whatever. And then the rest of us, we found the tree door that Keanu went in, and we went down and had to put away our Pokemon, which was bullshit. And then, we got in. Evelyn turned into a cat and then turned back and didn't get it. And then we all fucking found the dude that Keanu met. We had a nice talk. He said, "Don't touch the tube with the face." And then we touched the tube with the face.
Now we didn't touch the tube with the face. The other people touched.
Collectively,
Tube
we
with the
touched the
face.
tube with the face. And yeah, and it was we met our boy Glubinaldo here. And his,
I fucking love his name.
I do too.
Fucking Glubinaldo.
And then we fed him a bunch of food, and he was real happy, and he calmed down and he went back in the tube. Or wait, no, I don't think he went back in the tube yet. But yeah, he's hanging out. He's a big boy.
Look at all these boys.
And then he split
Tried.
off into a bunch of other little boys. One of which turned into Evelyn and is now holding Cat Evelyn, which is great.
Glubebelin.
Glubelin, yeah.
Glubelin.
And then Sherry looked up some stuff on a computer, found a bunch of base stuff and a bunch of Mewtwo stuff, and we're all gonna die in the future.
Finally have a name.
About it.
We have a
And then-
name.
Oh, there's Sherry. I was like trying to find her.
And then we all, and then the computer got deleted.
Why are you all gonna die?
Files got deleted. Cause there's a fucking Mega Mewtwo somewhere, and we're gonna die. And yeah, that's about it. Then we went to Electivire. We turned down his ampage, and now the Pokemans in the area ain't gonna be so unhappy no more.
Hell yeah. Eric, you did really well. I'm gonna give you some inspiration. Why do you still have these skid inspirations for? Let's get rid of those entirely. I'm gonna give you some Evelyn inspirations. There you go. Here,
She's finally learned to
What-
be herself.
what's up with these
guys.
stupid kitty? What's up with these stupid skid inspirations you have over here? Like 7 of them? Fuck that. Just fucking. Why do you even have these for? That's not you. That's fucking. That's weird. 2, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, you're right.
There you go. Well, with that being said, you guys are all basically here at Glubinaldo's expansive Ditto preserve here. Eventually, you guys are
Wait.
able to.
One thing I forgot to mention:
Go ahead.
the Electivire's name is Fluffernutter. Continue.
It is, I guess.
That
I
was
guess
a very
that's.
important thing to know.
I guess that's true. I'm glad we now know this. Also, I'm pretty sure Keanu. I'm pretty sure you got made canon in NetNavi last night. So that's something.
Yeah.
Squeaky had put one of the NPCs in a Keanu outfit. And we had joked around that was Squeaky's gotcha brother. So
You know what that means?
what's that mean? What's that mean? Listen.
I have to celebrate somehow.
All right, we'll get to that in a second. Oh my fucking god. Guys! We just got back!
We missed you all.
That's not a real one. I just wanted to be.
Haha, Eric can't throw one in. Fuck yeah.
They take Baxy's claws of 97.
It's time to cause some chaos after getting done with some chaos. You know how it be.
Okay, well, let's hold on for a second. Let's just get things where they need to be for a second. As eventually, Glubinaldo absorbed most of the Dittos back into himself, as well as that Caterpie, I guess.
Wormy,
Sorry, I mean Taylor on the Magnificent.
Did you call him Burmy?
No, it's Wormy.
Oh, okay, I thought you called him Burmy.
Cantonian Burmy.
Just put all these Dittos up here for a second. There you go. Except for a couple of the Dittos are still around.
Yay.
But Yeah, dudes. Let's just go ahead and get this out of the way, I guess. Aaron, let me
Right.
look and see if you even can roll a d12. Do-do-do-do.
Didn't he reset?
I'm pretty sure he
It was
reset.
a while
Yeah.
back, but then I used these 5 that I have now. Wait, no, because the comic got refreshed. We have wait for it. That's gonna happen at some point. We'll figure out what the Vizier does, the key, and the rogue.
Do-do-do. Making right. I moved it to the fucking other thing. Do-do-do-do. Pokemon. Where is Pokemon? There it is. Pokemon fake cards. Do-do-do. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can roll a 12, but you don't have 12 in your thing. So go ahead and roll me a d12.
5.
5. Do-do-do-do. Okay. And for you, that is... Pretty sure you've already got this one. I'm decently sure. Again, it's hard for you because you reset, but I'm pretty sure you've already got this one.
It's possible.
You got the Jester. Have you got the Jester this round?
I remember getting it in Clown City way back when. I don't remember getting it.
Yeah, you
again.
got it in Clown City. I don't know if you got it here. Okay, this is your second Jester.
Hooray!
Roll me a d20.
15.
So for those of you who don't remember, there is a thing where with the Jester rolls, a silly thing occurs. It is silly. Roll a d20. 15 or higher will have a chance of benefiting the user. 5 or lower is detrimental. So you get a beneficial Jester effect. I think this is the first time we've got a beneficial Jester effect.
Ooh.
So we'll get to that in a second. We'll see what Emerald got. Emerald, go ahead and roll me for yours.
Rolling. This is my D12 because I think I can still roll a D12.
Yeah, you can do
Let's
it.
see. And that is a 1. Ooh,
The Jester
that'd be hilarious.
That would be hilarious.
gets beneficial. 77 explodes. Candy!
The worst the worst thing is you were 1 away from getting a Jester.
No!
That would have been great.
Damn it.
But I think this is the first time you've got this one. You get Gen 3 syndrome.
Ooh.
Yay.
Gen 3 syndrome, nice.
Gen 3 syndrome is one of the better ones. Basically allows you to cause a critical hit or make a critical failure.
Nice. And I have that and I'll have in the comments, so whatever like big battle I get into now, gonna go well for me.
Basically, you can turn any dice roll you see into a natural 1 or a natural 20. But yeah, so Keanu, give me half a second to figure this out, please. Getting the logic done. The logic's going through my head. I understand logic. Logical logic is logicking in my logic. All right. Keanu, you spent a lot of time playing here with the Dittos, right? Playing with Glubinaldo and all his little tinies. Keanu?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. I'd like to know. You'd have like a good like hour or so to play with Glubinaldo before Glubinaldo like gets coerced back into the tube. Is it just you playing with Glubinaldo? Did you bring out any of your Pokemon to have like Glubinaldo change any of them like you did before, or did you do anything like that?
If we're chilling for an hour, I mean, I already have 2 out. Not counting Wormy.
Yeah, you have Marilyn and you have Vivi out.
I have my babies.
Did you bring anybody outside, or is it just those two? You can't
Just
bring
those
out
two.
Tropius, unfortunately.
Yeah. No, that was the thing. I was like, I'd probably bring out Tropius, but that would kill us all. Okay,
have
without
Tropius.
dying.
She's also outside.
She's up trampling around or eating people or
Is Dougie or is Ducky or Biggie or Coldy or Larvesta out?
if we're chilling for a long enough time, sure, why not?
Who's out?
Let me see. So who's not out right now? So just from you three. All right, I'm gonna determine this through the power of deciding arbitrarily.
Okay.
Larvesta stays in. Ducky stays in. Coldy stays in.
So Biggie?
Biggie comes.
Okay.
At least one.
You
This is Baby Squad.
know,
Sans Larvesta.
that makes a lot of sense. That actually makes a lot of sense with what I'm planning here. So you have Biggie come out. A couple of the Ditto turn into more Biggies. So you
So
know.
they all cry.
Ah, fuck. This is
The
hard.
price of a horde.
The price of a horde. So there's a couple more Biggies out here.
Jesus.
As eventually, like, they're all, like, bouncing around, like, fucking Biggie, and Biggie's just crying in the center of them. And as he's going through this terrifying situation, you look down at him, and Keanu, you go over and you pick Biggie up out of the horde. You pick him up, even though Biggie is they're all identical to Biggie. You pick up the real Biggie. And the real Biggie looks up at you as this thing is occurring, as all the other fucking Biggies are bouncing around you trying to jump up like, we're Biggie, we're Biggie. As you pick up Biggie, Biggie begins to glow.
What?
Biggie begins to glow.
A kiss on lack of nose.
Are you pressing the B button? I'm kidding.
It must be B for boot.
B for boop? That's up to you. That's up to you, Keanu. Do, 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 do. Bing.
You're a giant now.
I was like, I don't trust this one bit. Where's the punchline?
Biggie has hands now.
Da, na, 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 na.
He can finally beat the shit out of everyone who bullied him.
With his little nose.
Look at
Biggie
him.
Swoles.
Biggie Swoles. You'll have to name this Meryl, of course. There you go. It's just Biggie Swoles. Okay.
Yay!
As Biggie seems to evolve. As he does, he seems to like look up at you, look around at all the tiny Biggies, and then like looks at his hands. Its eyes go wide as it sees its hands. Meryl.
Probably happy tears. Probably happy tears. It's fine.
He starts getting afraid of his own hands.
Aw.
He has the crybaby nature. Oh no!
As all the
Wow,
other
every
little,
time
as all the
full
other
of
little,
food.
all the other little fucking Azuriels just start all crying at once.
I use mimic.
You gonna give Big E some food?
I'm gonna let him hold food.
Oh, okay. You can hold it. You can't have it. You can hold it.
He can eat it. It's just, holding something must be majestic for him.
He holds onto this food. As he's holding on to it, he notices a tiny little ball behind him, and he's like, "My tail's so small." I'm kidding. But he takes the bread in his hands. As he does, he seems to stop crying as he's holding on to the bread. You see him moving it around as, again, he's discovering the wonders and terrors of having hands and feet. Good
It's
job,
great
Biggie.
because now you're actually a water type instead of not, like I thought before.
Yeah. At this point, he definitely is a water type.
Hooray!
He's a fairy water type,
I get that pain.
I believe, right? Isn't he a fairy water type?
He's a water fairy.
Yeah. He's a water fairy.
Baby.
Yeah. They used to be just water types, but then when the fairy type got introduced, they became fairy types.
Hell
And I
yeah.
love it. I don't know why it makes sense, but it just is really cute that they're fairy types.
Cute, and that's why.
Yes.
Now you can kill dragons.
I mean, he could technically before.
Yeah.
Around this time is around the time that that the researcher here decided to, hey, we're just gonna put that back now.
All right, I got the fork left. 1 second.
As the entirety of all of Globinaldo and his horde go into the tube. We'll just do that.
There you go.
They're in the tube now.
Like a little bit sticking out. He's like, yeah, it's good enough.
He's like,
Sort of, our mission.
whatever. You guys fed him pretty well, I guess. At which point, eventually, you guys all make your way out toward the little break room area that he has over there, basically saying, "Hey, I know that you're allowed to go through it, but stop going through my computers, please." Over towards Sherry. And she's like, "Never!" But eventually she doesn't want to be in here by herself, so she leaves.
Is Electivire just with us now?
Electivire is hanging out. He's busy chilling out from the whole overloading the stuff things. You know, like all the batteries are at full capacity at this point. So you guys make your way off into the break area. Sherry has successfully stolen a Ditto. So you know, that's good, I guess.
She's Sherry. She's the boss's daughter. There's no reason why she can't have one.
All of the Pokemon just kind of like are off in their own little places, and you guys end up spending a little bit of extra time here, like basically getting to understand the layout of the area, as you guys had already learned. And I'm only reiterating this information because if you guys get more information, then I can at least say that you got it from him. Because I can't remember exactly what information you guys got last time, as far as the rocket bases. But you guys do eventually hear from this guy. You guys kind of press him for more information on more facilities like this. He says there's basically some sort of facility in almost every single town that they can be allowed to put something in. If you guys like ask him, he's like, the only towns I could think of that you could not find something like us over is, you can't really find anything over at Cinnabar. That place has its own research facility, but it'd be kind of hard to hide something on an island like that that's full of tourism. I don't think there's anything over in Pewter, although I believe one of our admins are stationed there. You guys do remember the old lady said she was from Pewter City.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's anything over in Lavender. To be honest, it'd be kind of hard to keep things there with the protests and things that's going on about the tower there. Other than that, almost any other city you can think of, we would have a base in at some point, some level. Some a little bit more hidden than others, but to be perfectly honest, we have most of the permits for the places. There's not really a lot of reason for any of us to hide what we're doing, but he looks over toward Officer Jenny. Not every one of the facilities are as conscious as this one to keeping things at least legal. So you're saying that the other ones might not be as hospitable, yes. She looks over at 77. 77 agrees. He nods his head. He explains that, yeah, there's a lot of places around. Sherry also just kind of snickers as he says, he doesn't even know. He's like, all right, I'll just leave that weird thing to you then. If I don't know, then I probably don't need to. I would rather not. But yeah, I'm completely cooperative. Don't need to be going to jail or anything. I'm just a scientist doing his scientist thing. Yep.
You sure there's not another job you could do out there? Just saying.
Well, if you can find me one, then he shrugs. I need this one right now.
There is a professor.
Dental, full healthcare.
There's a professor over in Zeno who could probably use an assistant to help get things back in order.
You think you can find one that isn't? You think you can think of one that isn't in a completely different country?
Dog options.
That's fair. Trying to uproot yourself from one place is really difficult.
The opportunity to work with Ditto.
To be
A whole
fair,
lab
I
to
mean,
yourself.
I can't really leave these Ditto here.
This cat.
I'm not sure exactly how many people can actually be qualified to handle what we've done to this Ditto. It seems to like it, at least. He just shrugs.
Ensuite bathroom. A break room with too many chairs.
It's for
Whatever that thing is.
whenever I have to host for people, obviously. He just motions around. See, look at all the people I'm hosting for.
How often
Unlimited
does that happen?
coffee.
This is the first time it's ever happened.
You're super prepared for. bunch
People
of guests all at
deliver groceries? How do
He
you
just
get
looks
food?
at you. I go shopping.
Alright, so not that.
So
Nice home close to nature and bees.
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys came in from that entrance.
There's another entrance.
Yeah.
there are always multiple entrances to these places.
When you're working underground, you need to have multiple entrances and exits because in the case of a cave-in, that would trap you, and then this would become your tomb. You would kind of just sit here until the oxygen ran out. That's under the best of circumstances.
As of right now, there are 2 other exits. Another one off in the Viridian Forest, though a little bit closer to the city. That's where I usually go out from so that I can do some shopping. And another one that leads into the basement of the Viridian Gym. However, that one's been closed off ever since Rocket was disbanded.
Also, no one knows where this is, so, even though it's technically legal, it's if it did collapse, help's probably not coming. I mean, there's phones down here, probably.
There
Although
are.
I can't say what you get for reception.
I was going to say, there are, but, he shrugs. I doubt that any of our phones would be able to work down here.
I mean, I guess if you have, a landline, it wouldn't really matter, but in the case of a cave-in, that's probably also the problem. So, yeah, you're pretty boned.
It's pretty sturdy.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah, I wouldn't assume that you're going to get the same treatment from the other places. Although some of the guys that work in the other places are kind of okay, from what I remember. So we should probably call some of my sisters then, and see if we can get them to be a little bit on guard in some of those cities you were talking about. Okay, but, like, don't tell them I said things. Right.
Well, with all that, it looked like this Pikachu probably has nothing to do with this place.
Yeah, I don't know
already have
anything.
the
I don't know
Electivire.
anything about that Pikachu.
Yeah. That was originally why y'all were out there, wasn't it? To figure out what the Pikachu was taking all the stolen things?
Oh.
Yeah.
You think that? Oh, okay. I understand what you mean now.
Yeah. That was the original reason why we were looking for someplace.
Well, I'm pretty sure you guys handled that.
Mm.
He motions over to Electivire.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Pokemon here in the Verdium Forest, they, again, like you had said, if any of the other ones were going crazy, I'm sure that electric Pokemon in general would probably be a little bit more aggressive or agitated. They might want to go off into other areas, and potentially at that point they'd be out of their element, so heading off into the city to take things would probably be the best idea. I could see if I could look around for any of the areas around where the Pikachu habitats could be, but I can't promise I can find everything. But if you can, tell us where those are. We can at least get everything back to the people. Everything that isn't perishable, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to work. I'm willing to work with the police as much as possible. He just kind of like shrugs. So, at this point, you can all not be here.
You know, that's pretty fair. I think I want to get back to the Pokemon Center, if I'm honest.
Why'd you push these guys? Oh, they're fucking.
They're
Oh,
Dittos.
they're the Ditto ones.
Ah, gotcha. It's hard to tell because Vivi and Marilyn have like somewhat Ditto-y colors anyway
Yeah.
on their things.
Mhm.
They haven't taken Keanu's purple color. He just kind of like motions over toward the other side of the hall. I can take you guys over toward the exit that leads out toward Verdian City if you want. Get you away from the Beedrill at least.
That'd be helpful.
Yes, please.
There isn't a lot of places here for people to sleep, so I can't really put you up here.
Mm-hmm. It would probably be rude of us at this point to even try to do that when there's a perfectly good Pokemon Center or camping.
Is there anything you guys would like to do or say to this man while you're still here in the rocket base? Is there anything you guys would like to figure out anything else more about this place before you
Have
head
your
out?
phone number?
What?
Have your phone number?
Why do you want my phone number?
So I can call you.
He likes having people's numbers. He
Uh,
shrugs.
Why don't you roll
I
me
know a
for?
pizza place.
Why don't you roll me for your charisma, my dude?
I believe in you, Keanu. You can do this, and you can't.
There's a whopping 11.
Here. He gives you his phone number. I was seeing if you got over a 10.
Hey!
It's basically 10. If you got over a 10, yeah. If you got under a 10, no. He's like, it'd be faster to give it to you.
What's his name again? Because it's been changed into something.
His
very
name
weird.
is, I'm not paid enough to deal with this bullshit, and so just leave me alone to do my job. Don't touch the tube. I saw nothing.
All right, Tube Man.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I gave him a name last game,
Mhm.
and that was like a month ago. So
Yeah.
Tube
Gives you that
Man.
name.
Does
It
anybody-
is.
Does anybody in the chat happen to remember
I
what his
doubt it.
actual name was?
I doubt that, but I'll go back.
Oh.
I'll go back and rewatch it at some point. But
Tubular.
Tubular. There you go. His name is Toby. No. Yeah, Toby. Toby the Tube Man.
I wrote Tube Man.
Toby the Tube Man Taylor.
Ding, 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 ding.
I don't think so, Toby.
Yamato said Xander. That's actually probably something like what I would pick.
That's-
Grayson, I think it was. Pitcheri said. Pitcheri said Grayson. That actually sounds probably like what I would
That-
pick.
sounds
Looking at him, he
familiar.
definitely looks like a Grayson.
Well, I think I
Yeah.
might have called him Grayson because the fucking thing I found for him was so grayed out.
Mm.
But yeah, we'll go with Tube Man for now. Is there anything else you guys would like to find out about the rocket bases, about this place in general, or asking Grayson anything about anything going on before you guys leave the facility?
I think we found out a lot of information already from just the computer and him giving us a little more stuff. I don't think there is. Any of y'all have anything to ask?
No.
Out of character, obviously. I'm saying this. I'm not. That'd be weird to say it in character.
Any of y'all have anything to ask? Says Iveric.
No.
All right.
I think like when I guess like as he's like starting to like lead everyone out, I guess Evelyn will like look up to the ditto that is holding her. So are you like really happy here? Like you really like it being like experimented on and stuff? Like I know you can't like say words, but
It's just like looking at you, and it just like has like the this like big Evelyn smile, like.
never thought about like seeing what's around and like exploring and stuff?
Roll me for your expression. Because right now, the only thing this thing knows is smile at person.
Smile at person. Hooray. Don't let them know the pain that you feel
Inspiration
every
for my
day.
Plus 12. This is 26. It's 26.
You're saying that because of your social butterfree?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Ditto looks at you. It seems to look off toward the exit of this place, and it seems to look excited as if it hasn't left this area. It seems to have not left this area before, from what you can tell. But it doesn't have any strong feelings about adventuring, probably again because it's never really left this place.
Hmm.
You know about Dittos, and they are basically kind of a man-made Pokemon. So they don't really, not really a lot of aspirations really there. They don't really have a natural habitat.
So you never really left and took a look around. I mean, do you think you'd want to like hang out and see what's explored maybe?
It yeets you into the darkness.
Well, there you go. You got yeeted. Now think of fun things to transform to land on your feet.
I just feel kind of bad for y'all because, you know, haven't seen a whole bunch. But I mean, if you're cool with that, then I guess it's not really a big deal.
Roll me for your charisma.
Hey.
Okay, that definitely gets.
But what are you gonna do if you catch this Pokemon? Then
I'm
you'll.
not- she didn't say anything about that. She didn't say anything about catching it. That's I don't remember what my charisma is off the top of my
The
head.
2.
2. Okay, so that's not terrible.
It says 18.
It says 18.
I don't know.
It says 18.
I don't know.
It says 18.
It looks like a 6 to me. Let's look. I don't know about that. I don't know.
Oh
Oh, there it goes.
And one more.
Look, an 18.
Double 18.
I will say, it looks at you, and then it seems to get like a smile on its face. However, I will tell you out of character, this thing will not come with you unless you catch it. So there is no, you want to just come hang out, yo? Like, you want to get a smoothie? You want to walk with us? I'm not, basically, if you want it to travel with you, you will have to catch it.
Does it look like it's intrigued by the prospect?
It seems intrigued by leaving, and it seemed intrigued by you because it's still holding on to you.
But
Okay.
Evelyn, you already have 6 Pokemons.
I guess this
How-
is the point where she fucking dooms her team to die.
Oh no!
You definitely can.
No.
She will. Oh, does she even have any?
Do you even
I
have
think
any
she has
in your?
one, but it says used.
It looks like you
Oh,
have.
no.
You looks like you don't have any Pokeballs.
Looks like you
What's
have
going on?
none.
Looks like Evelyn has 0 Pokeballs. I guess you can't do
Oh,
it, Evelyn.
no, I guess you can't do it. Oh man.
Iveric.
Varric, you look over. Evelyn's over at you, as well as she seems to be holding a skitty.
Ah. You got Skitty Evelyn?
Do you have like a spare Pokeball?
I mean, I do,
Not for you, peasant.
but I mean,
I could pay you
Sherry's
back for it.
Sherry's already caught one. I mean, I don't think. I don't
What
know
does
if it's
that
a good idea to just catch the dude's Pokemon.
I mean, look at her. She's so happy. She wants to see wants to see the outside.
I think it's more you just
Look
want to
at her
have
face.
the Ditto.
No.
I think you
Skitty,
need a
or
little
Evelyn,
baby
this isn't
shit.
This isn't working. Go to Keanu.
Yeah, Varric's not gonna give you a Pokeball. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Oh shit.
And she's gonna try to go over to Keon. And like point over to Keanu.
Keanu, Evelyn walks up to you with a skitty in her hands.
Oh, kitty, I'm gonna pet it.
She will begrudgingly accept this.
Seeing you pet the skitty, the Ditto version of Evelyn pets the Maryland. Not the Maryland, the Meryl. God! The biggie. As soon as I said Meryl, I just had to continue, and I don't.
Mom, can I know? Okay. Dad.
Hey, Keanu. Hey.
Yo, that's really cool that you can talk without moving your mouth. I've tried doing that once, but I ended up just. Bruh.
Hey, Keanu, do you have like a spare Pokeball?
Huh? Here you go.
Who do you hand it to?
Ditto.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Now Evelyn is in charge, and by Evelyn I mean Glubblin. Glubblin has a
Evelyn with
Pokeball.
the Pokeball.
Glubblin touches you with the Pokeball and catches you. I'm kidding. As we probably already went over, you probably still have your own kind of caught Pokeball thing going on.
I thought we canceled that.
Oh,
a while ago.
maybe you did. Fucking, she hits you with a Pokeball and catches you.
Oh wait, what? Really?
I'm kidding.
You said it with such seriousness. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I did. You belong to a Ditto now. But no, Ditto Evelyn takes the Pokeball and takes you over toward Grayson.
Oh well, not over there.
Just puts it right over, like, hey, look, I'm right here. It's me, Ditto. He sees Ditto carrying a Pokeball. He looks down toward the skitty. What?
So this Ditto seemed really keen on like going outside and like seeing what's around and stuff. Do you think that's like? Do you think that'd be cool?
So you're planning on taking one of my Dittos?
I mean, I feel kind of bad for it because it hasn't seen anything. Been here all the time.
You saw my tube. It's literally overflowing with Dittos.
Well, maybe we can let them all go.
Do you want me to release all of my Dittos into the Viridian Forest?
I mean, I'm not gonna say no if you say yes.
Oh,
And you don't think that that's going to have any strange problems to the ecosystem at all?
Oh.
Dittos going out there turning into yet more Beedrill, or yet more Pikachu, or yet more Pidgey, and flying off.
Oh yeah, I get it.
Then coalescing into each other, making giant Pidgeys.
giant Pikachu.
And yet more giant Beedrill.
Turns out Dynamaxing is just dipping your Pokemon in Ditto juice.
But no, I mean, if you're planning on taking that one out, I have plenty more. It's not like they're all mine or anything.
Okie doke, if you say so. Then we can come back and you can tell all your friends what it was like on the outside, and they'll be so happy to hear stories, and it'll be so fucking cool.
Don't
I
come
didn't say
back.
fucking.
I'm kidding.
You didn't say fucking. That was me.
Sounds like you need to fix your vocabulary, Eric.
I do.
How dare you have a fucking potty mouth, you shit?
It's fine for Varric, because Varric doesn't go back on his curse words, you see. I'm kidding.
I've made a strong effort to not have her curse this entire campaign.
Eric gets frustrated, man. He doesn't curse all the time, just when he's really stressed out.
He seems to be fine with you,
Just all the
taking his Ditto.
I'm gonna go ahead and chase my tail a little bit and turn back into a person by having fun a little bit.
Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Or are you
She's
doing
having
it
fun.
just because? Are you thinking that
kidding?
running in
She's
circles is just
super
how you
excited.
do it?
She's excited to have a new friend.
Okay, good. Boop.
And then she will.
As you do that, boop.
Aw.
Glub. How do you spell? Okay. Bellin.
Globulin.
Perfect.
Hell yeah.
Then we gotta make
Perfect.
it pink.
I'm doing it. Give me a fucking second.
These things
God.
take time.
I know they take time. I'm just announcing it to the
Glubblin.
world.
Yay.
Yay!
And then
Except
she-
it doesn't look nearly as distressed as you do in this.
Yeah, for sure. Well, now that she knows she can go back and forth, it's not as big of a concern.
In fact.
Evelyn,
we
the magical girl, but her transformation is just into a skinny and back.
Perfect. Anywho.
Looking forward to hanging out a whole bunch more and having fun. And she will boop the Glubblin on the nose with the Pokeball.
But
All right,
Evelyn,
let's see if it'll work.
What will you do about having
First
your max
roll.
amount of Pokemon? Oh man! Oh me! Oh
18.
my!
Second roll. 20. Okay, yeah, you caught it. An 18 and a 20. Yeah, you could have nat won the last one and still probably got it.
Whatever will you
Actually, probably
do?
not if we go by actual. Yeah, just don't worry about it.
Fucking think I'm gonna do.
You'll have to put away one of your Pokemon if you want to continue
So,
having
Evelyn.
the service.
So, Evelyn. Ditto disappears. The
Yeah.
ball and everything disappears.
I would act surprised, except she's familiar with this.
Now Ditto will never know the feeling of what's outside of this place, because she got transferred to another facility.
Oh no.
But you know what Ditto will know? What's in the box?
There you go.
Gotta get to a PC.
Oh,
Really
later,
quick.
Riftarian.
Later.
At this point, does anybody else have anything they want to do before they leave?
No.
Nope. There's nothing else to really do except thank the dude for being so hospitable. She's a fucking.
You guys get led all the way back toward the large sector that's over here that seems to be this just large hallway that you guys had came in from before. What is that? That's your hand. Okay.
Oh, and the can't
And
leave little
yeah.
Yee. Can't leave little Yee.
Meryl's still holding on to his Pokemon food.
Hey.
You eventually get led a little bit beyond where you guys are, continually walking with him until you find yet another elevator-like area off to the side where he is. Upon doing so, he seems to like motion over to it. And this should take you guys back up toward the edge of Viridian City.
All right. Thank you very much for being so hospitable to us. And I'm sorry about the Ditto.
It's fine. We ended up with more Ditto than we had when you showed up, so I guess that's good. As you say that, Officer Jenny goes over toward him. We will be keeping in touch, I hope you know. Again, even if you do have all the papers, a hidden facility like this, hidden from even our eyes, is still something that needs to be taken care of and on our radar. Of course. It wasn't, I'm not the one in charge, so please take it up with my boss. And not me, because I'm just doing my job. She seems to nod. We will be coming back soon. Let's go, Pikachu. Or let's go, right, it's CM. What was CM for? Criminal Mastermind. Let's go, Criminal Mastermind. What did I just say? No, that's the Pikachu's name. 77 makes his way there. You guys all go up from where you guys are at, and you end up back at the front of the Viridian Forest. Coming out from what appears to be a little bit of a meow, stay back. A little bit of a like little cave-like area off to the east from where you guys had made your base camp. Whoop.
Should probably go ahead and.
Right, we should probably not take Electivire
Not
too.
take a look. Electivire just walks out with us.
Goodbye. He's just like looks at Sherry. You know that you can't take that, right? What? You know that you can't take that, right? What do you
I am
mean?
your boss.
I can take whatever I want. I am the one in charge.
I'm the video game girl.
I'm the one who wins.
I am the one who wins. Anyway, but no, she does get off of it and everything like that. You guys make your way into the forest once again. You guys are actually close enough that you guys can still hear. Tropius, who apparently is kind of probably rampaging off to the west.
Oh
Baby!
boy. Well, I'll have to go take care of that. Oh no.
You guys make your way off into that direction. As you do, you notice that Tropius, as well as Porter Cookie and Justice, seem to have been very busy while you guys were gone. You notice what appears to be
Ah,
3 beaten up Beedrill around the area.
damn, she did really good against the two types she's really not good against.
Well, you know, one type she's decently against, especially with fucking Brave Bird.
Oh, that's
Well,
true.
she also has Porter Cookie and Justice. So.
Justice! They fucked up those
I
Beedrill.
want that to be his voice.
I am Justice!
Has like
Parasecretary.
a weird undead tone to it. at the same
Parasecretary. Anywho, I guess we don't really need to have a voice for him anymore. Dun dun dun. Anyway, but you guys make it back over, and Tropia seems to be at the moment having her foot precariously over one of the Beedrill as they're laying on the ground.
Tropius, you're not an earth elemental. Get over here.
She looks at you, looks at the Beedrill, lowers her foot slightly, staring at you.
Listen, do you want hugs or no?
Like just like imagining like a cat like pushing off a glass from like a high place.
No.
I don't know about that one. I think I'm gonna push it anyway.
Who's my big strong monster?
Roll me charisma.
I believe in you.
Is it weird that we call them monsters?
Got a 15.
E.
It lifts its foot up from the Beedrill and does not squish it.
They've learned their lesson through the violent thrashing I'm sure you gave them.
She looks over at them. A twinkle appears in her eye. Does anybody want to do anything before Tropius does something?
No.
Giant whirlwind.
Okay. About to do.
Unfortunately, Nick Carter, Brian Luttrell, and Howie Duro go flying off, blasting off again into the sky as they sparkle.
Well,
All of the Weedles, Kakunas, and Beedrills were named after boy bands.
Okay, hold on, let's go through them.
Think, Soul Decision, and De Jure.
JC Kazez, Ken Luco, Tino Jolfo, Chris Kirkpatrick, okay, Joey Fatone, Lance Bass, JT, Kevin Bacon, Kevin Richardson. There's a lot of Kevins. We got DJ, we got AJ McLean, we got Trevor Guthrie, we have Travis, we have James Reed, we have Stephen McGrath, we have Marco, we have Les. Why are all the Wheels just have one name?
They're from a fictional boy band called De Jure. They only exist in the Josie and the Pussycats continuity. Their best song is called Backdoor Love. You should.
I
all
love
listen.
that song, actually. You showed me that song. And David Bowman. Did you do anything special over here?
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's look at them. Datapod,
From the left.
Sporticus.
From the left and right.
Started left to right.
Yeah.
Metapod Wall A. You guys are all crowding. I can't see. Metapod Wall B. Dave. Metapod 2B. Metapod Wall C. No, I am Sporticus. Metapod Wall D. Paul Blarticus. Metapod Dane. I am Spartacus as well. Metapod Wall E. Spartacus. Metapod Pound Man. Metapod Wall F. Nay, I am Spartacus. Metapod Wall G. Metapod Wall Luigi. And Datapod and Sporticus.
Sporticus.
Alright. I'm guessing there's a pattern, so I'm gonna go check the Spiro.
I didn't do
Okay.
anything to them.
No.
You guys get around to where this. Tropius stands down. Do you do anything with Tropius as she stand down and only somewhat hurt them instead of squishing them? You try to hug?
Your propensity of violence is only outshined by your hidden kindness.
You go and like hug onto her leg. She like looks away like. Let's just move this Ditto over toward where Sherry's other things are because it's in a Pokeball. There you go.
There we go.
As you guys all go and collect yourselves, Grunt 77 returns Justice and Porter Cookie, as well as Liberty, for potentially the final time. I also love fucking April gives Porter Cookie. It's just like, use it to protect my friends, and it's just like, yeah, okay. I'm gonna take it and leave now.
Right, bye.
No, he shall give it to us.
Porter Cookie becomes like
He
this
will pass
weird
the hunt.
continuity in Pokemon where anytime someone new shows up, it's like, this belongs to you now.
I mean, to be fair, he probably would give it to Sherry.
I mean, hey, why not? It's not registered to her, so she'll be fine with carrying it.
But as everybody gets around, you guys, I'm sure, eventually just plan on making your way back to Viridian City.
Making my way downtown.
At one point, you guys are still in the forest as Officer Jenny seems to let CM onto the ground. CM like looks back over toward everybody. Pika. Just
I
like,
love you.
go on ahead. You're free. We just proved that you didn't have anything to do with what was going on. Pikachu looks at her. Looks over toward Joseph. Looks over toward Evelyn. Step.
Don't you still need to
Yep.
release it from the Pokeball?
Step.
I think it's not in a Pokeball.
Step. Step. Yeet!
I'll never forget you.
CM runs off into the forest. At which point, everybody watches as Pikachu heads off, and they nod. And they're like, "Yes, we'll all miss you." As you know, Keanu probably still has this.
Yeah, Keanu still has the Caterpie that needs to go back to its home, probably.
Daileron.
Damn right.
Daileron the Magnificent. Keanu, what are you gonna do with Daileron the Magnificent? Do you want to take him back to his people? Do you want to keep him?
I'm gonna be real, I forgot he was on me. Hey,
Looks at you.
I don't speak bug. Except for that one time when we had a clear conversation about where to go. Do you wanna go home? Or do you wanna like come with us? Like, I can just put you on my head. That's normally where I put Larvesta. You'd like Larvesta. Larvesta's like you, but on fire.
I mean, where's the lie, though?
Daileron seems to basically be chill with hanging out with you. I will say out loud to you as well, though, Keanu. If you do want Caterpie to stay with you, you will have to catch it. Otherwise, I can't just say this thing's gonna like jump into battle for you guys.
Yep.
So you might also have to consider potentially contacting people when you get to the Pokemon Center if you want to keep it.
Yep.
Because it's a lot safer for them to be in Pokeballs than just be out all the time. There could be danger that you have to protect them from. Like, what if this giant Tropius were to eat it?
That's
Be full.
putting Pokemon away.
I'm probably not gonna catch it, I'm gonna be real.
You don't want him, but look at
You
him.
don't want to have a Butterfree?
I refuse to divide my attention further amongst my babies.
That is fair. That is the reason why I have not been catching any Pokemon.
We'll just never catch Pokemon again.
Fuck it.
In
Who needs-
this, the
I can barely keep
Pokemon
up with
world.
what I have.
I mean, you could just become okay with having them in the box because it's actually not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, they all have like apparently, from what we understand, they all have like their own little habitats, and they go to like professors and stuff like that, and it's perfectly fine.
It's just like daycare, except they don't fuck.
I mean, who knows? Maybe
It's
you're
true.
just, maybe
We
you're
can't
just
prove
not.
that. Like, Just might have this weird breeding business going on the side.
Fucking
Evelyn,
Professor Oak just fucking is selling Pokemon to people that he gets through breeding.
Considering he like surprised Ash with, I let all your Tauros out and built a. By the way,
I made a ranch, by the way.
anyway,
I didn't
so
ask you about this at all. I just did it, and because I just signed up for this, that's just deal, bitch. Bye.
so Evelyn, now that we have a Ditto, let's get to some Pokemon breeding for the perfect IV.
How dare you?
Guys, let's start breeding VV.
That practice should be illegal.
Start breeding VV, boys. Let's go.
I mean, look, there are Pokemon breeders. Like, don't you know the most famous one, Brock?
It's just like as we're like we can't breed VV. VV only has eyes for one person. It turns into Marilyn. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Wait a minute.
So anyway.
Anyway.
Extended pause.
Yeah. You guys start making your way back off into Viridian City. Let me move some of these boys away. Unfortunately. Yeah, get over here, Glubinaldo. You can hang out over here on 77's area. All of you.
Glubinaldo will return.
Glubinaldo will return.
In the end game.
Fucking when you guys are at like your fucking like most like at your worst, Glubinaldo appears and dances.
He just blubs around.
Glubinaldo's here! Now he's gonna save us all!
It's not like April or Chemo or anyone else. It's fucking Glubinaldo.
He looks at you with a frown. It's like, you think I'd miss this party?
Moving maps out of the way. Okay. Boom. You guys make your way back toward Viridian City. As you guys do you guys want to go anywhere in particular? Upon going out, it is looking as if it is getting closer to nighttime.
Pokemon Center.
You guys want to just go straight to the Pokemon Center?
That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah, may as well.
Keanu?
Yeah. I don't know. I got nowhere to go.
You all make your way back toward the Pokemon Center. As you guys do, you notice upon stepping in that the two nurse Joys, one of them being Shopkeeper Joy, are seemingly just kind of like watching as you see Mewtwo just kind of like floating around and like moving things around for them.
Hey.
You see like at one point they like point over toward one of the vending machines, and he just kind of like lifts it up and moves it over to the side. They're like, a little bit over to the left, and like he puts it off like in this corner over here. I'm like, oh, actually, you know, where it was originally was probably the best. He puts it all the way back where it is.
Showing off how powerful he is.
As you guys come in and say, that's like, oh hey, no Mewtwo, not Mewtwo, Mewtony here was just showing us basically what all his psychic abilities were used for.
Oh.
And once we saw what he could do, I asked if he could move some things around for me.
What a nice boy.
He actually is extremely strong. I was really impressed. He was able to help me. He was able to help me organize a lot of my Pokeballs a lot more. As she pulls out her entire stock of those Pokeballs that she caught all of her inventory in.
Oh.
What's in that one?
Oh, this one here. This one's all full. This one's all full of them. Full of summer shorts.
Oh yeah.
You never know.
You never know when you need
more
summer
shorts.
shorts.
You never know when you need a box full of summer shorts of various sizes.
Easy and easy to wear.
They're actually really popular among youngsters. I mean youngsters as in smaller children, not youngsters as in the class of Pokemon. Anyway, I'm kidding.
Do you think there's any old youngsters?
There you
I
are.
hope I hope there is. Officer Jenny seems to like go over and just kind of like give everybody like a bit of a salute, noting that she got you guys all the way back, and her and 77 talk for a little bit. I mean, they have to conclude their date. She got him back safe and sound. As you're supposed to do for your dates. They go and step outdoors and begin to talk a little bit more.
We walk out and they're just
Float.
furiously making out.
By this point, Meryl would have eaten the Pokemon food. He doesn't have anything in his hands anymore.
You want
Oh,
it?
no.
Takes Daileron. I'm kidding.
You want?
Chomps his head off.
Oh.
Suppose I.
It's a big head for that tiny mouth.
I mean,
He just slowly stretches wider and it's like,
As we do remember, like fucking Ash's fucking Caterpie was around the same size as Pikachu, so like
Yeah, they got big old noggins.
His head is still like half the size of Meryl's body.
definitely. But as you guys all kind of get around there, Mewtoni seems to float over and look off toward all of you. You were all gone all day.
So I was getting attacked by bees, and then I had coffee, and then I met a blob, and then I found this guy. No, that happened earlier. But yeah, good job doing the stuff. Does your shoulder feel any better?
You look over at his shoulder. He looks at it too. It appears to be like a big bandage on him, that's kind of like wrapped up on like around his shoulder and like under his arm, stuff like that. He just kind of looks at it. She said, "As long as I keep it washed, then nothing should happen. She told me about these things that can harm me." He looks to the bandage, "And I should not challenge them." He's talking about germs.
Oh, yeah.
ah,
Don't
yeah,
mess with
those
germs. They're so tiny, and like you can't really get to them. So you're like bad germs. But if you take care of yourself, then they can't get you either.
So the way to combat them is to keep this on.
Yeah, I mean until it
don't
gets
know.
like dirty, then you want to get a clean one on because they go where dirt is.
So there is more to it.
Mm-hmm.
I will keep this in mind.
The little like thing over there with like the little black bar on the bottom of it. If you wave your hand under it, then this like little clear goo comes out, and it kind of burns a little bit, like just a little bit, but it's like really good at killing germs. So you can put some on that, and then don't put it on that. That'll hurt like all heck. But you
What
can
have
put
you
it on,
done to me, Keanu? I'm kidding.
how could you harm me this way?
But
I
you
will
can
never
like,
trust
put it on
humans
your hands.
again.
Because they're kind of everywhere, like all the time. So you just want to make sure your stuff's clean, so that way they can't live there too long. There's good germs and bad germs. And suddenly we're on the magic school bus. Anyways, this is Biggie
On the
Swole.
next-
He's Biggie Ultimate Swole.
He looks at Meryl. Meryl looks at him, starts to tear up.
Well, don't scare him.
You guys hear like the fucking pika 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 cha from over here where they're like fucking doing their little thing. Seems like it's their work hours.
Keep up the good work. I love you.
You guys all come into the Pokemon Center. As you guys are around here at this point, again, you guys have been out basically most of the day. You had a big fight with the Glubinaldo, but nothing really seems like it was tiring, but it wasn't really harmful to you guys. You guys are all kind of still fine. As you guys all come around through here, is there anything you guys like to ask Nurse Joy or ask any of the Nurse Joys or anything about?
shooter's not 100%. I don't think so. I would like to get him healed up.
Definitely, you guys can 100% go and heal up any of your Pokemon as much as they need to be healed.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun.
While
dun.
it's still free.
But Evelyn, isn't there one other thing you might consider doing because
There
you have a
is.
new friend?
There is.
No, there's nothing.
There is everything.
No, you're fine. You don't need to worry about it.
So, she, yeah, sure. Evelyn will walk up to Nurse Joy.
Which one?
The nurse, the actual nurse with the degree.
Okay.
God, how could you say something so brave yet so savage?
So
Hmm?
I've heard like people talk about this way that you can like have more than 6 Pokemon at a time or something like that. Is that true? Is there a way to do that?
Bringing this up to Nurse Joy, you note that as soon as you say this, Nurse Joy looks over at you, and you almost see like a bit of a twinkle in her eye for a second as she gets a little bit fucking more serious. Oh, you're thinking about potentially opting out of the program.
Yeah. I just.
I think it's honestly a wonderful move if anybody would ever want to do something like that. You don't want to ever have all your any of your friends off anywhere else, would you? You want them all with you.
You get me.
Varric.
I can already tell exactly why she's doing this.
Varric, it doesn't take someone with business sense to really understand this, but you know that if they do opt out of these programs, that Nurse Joy, as well as most of the other Pokemon centers, would probably be making a lot more money.
Yeah, this is definitely something that would definitely benefit them. But I mean, well, if she does go through with this, how much would it end up having to cost her?
It really depends on the visit and for what problems there are and different things like that. I wouldn't worry too much about it. I mean, you want to keep all of them healthy and up and at 'em, don't you? Fighting fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about it.
No, please. We should know all the risks involved.
There's
She's
risks?
still going to go through it either way. I already know this for a fact.
Well, I mean, there are certain things depending on your Pokemon's health whenever you bring them in and things like that. The tab could be anywhere from 500 to 1,000 Pokédollars, depending on per Pokemon basis and things like that. Different things. But it's very much more of a thing for if you do opt out of it, you have so many more Pokemon around you, and you don't have to worry too much about keeping them all safe, and because you'll have more of them to protect themselves.
You don't need
Like
to
a
sell it to me.
Unova Joy.
What was that?
Said she sounds like a Unova Joy. Like a Alolan Joy. They're really weird about healthcare over there. Like most other regions, people can just have it, but there it's like really expensive.
No,
for
this
some
is a global
Anyways,
thing.
Don't mind me.
No, this is a global thing.
I'm sorry, my nose started bleeding.
But yes, sometimes it can cost up to around 1,000 Pokédollars per Pokemon, but that's only in really, really dire cases and things like that.
What do you mean? Like
Well,
dire?
I mean, if they're already passed out and things like that, if they have any abnormal conditions affecting them, things like that. We can't turn away anyone, of course. We never would, but you would have to start up a tab, potentially with us that all of our centers will be keeping track of. But yes, definitely, we can get you signed up for that right now if you want.
Let's do it.
Okay. She pulls out this
So
fucking
dumb.
she pulls out this fucking big fucking book, like it's big ass fucking 100-page fucking leaflet, of bound papers, and just plops it onto the ground. We just need you to sign in a few places.
I would like everyone to know that I did try, that I did make the effort to be it's going to probably cost a lot of money to do this. I already know that you want to. I just wanted to have all of the information so that you don't later regret it.
We just need you to sign in a couple of places,
Oh,
and that boy needs to
I'm
shut up.
sure
I'm
that I
kidding.
will.
I'm kidding. She doesn't do that.
No, I already know that she's going to do it no matter what. I just don't want her to be completely
do it.
I just don't want her to be completely.
There are other benefits, to having this.
What, like what?
Well, for first off, most of the time, whenever people were to look at your Pokeballs and things like that, they would notice that you were involved in some sort of testing or some sort of facility, things like that. However, if you're not connected to the research that's connected here in the Pokemon centers, you can feel free to sign up with any individual who could potentially could make deals with us and show in exchange for help with their research. There's probably plenty of professors out there who have a lot of disposable income who'd be more than willing to pick up your tab.
Oh, so I just give them the tab, basically?
You would have to, of course, make deals with them, and you'd have to help them with their research. But yes, if you find someone else who's willing to pick up your tab, you just have to go to any participating Pokemon Center, and just sign away a couple more things, and they could take care of your tabs.
That is very interesting. I might just do that.
I would just keep your mind open if you ever run across any professors with any disposable income.
I just love. I don't know if you're doing it on purpose, but I just hear a slight emphasis on professor.
Yes. She's like, I would love to get some of that fucking grant money, man. She's like, a lot of people who choose not to do this, they just kind of leave their tabs, and we don't really, make a ton of money off of it if they don't pay their fucking tabs. So, if you want to make sure that somebody can go and do this, that'd be great.
Yeah, she's signing away.
Hell yeah. You sign
Yes.
in about 12 different places among this big 100-page fucking thing that she has in front of you. You initial in different places. You put down your current identification number, and all the different things. You basically make sure that they have every single way of finding you if you ever decide to run away.
I mean, running away, traveling on adventures. I mean, what's the real thing?
As long as you're not, trying to skip out on everything by completely ditching us whenever we send any forms of things like that. Like if you go 6 months without paying anything, we might send you questionnaires and there might be things. If you come here to spend excess amounts of money and we're looking at you you're buying a lot of Pokeballs for someone who has a 5,000 in debt.
See if everyone would ask a smart question, and I rolled pretty high.
What's that?
So, just so I know for future reference, is it possible to opt back into this at a later point?
Oh, of course. You just have to go and ask him and ask them directly.
Ask who directly?
The one in charge of the research. You don't know that?
No, to opt back into this free healthcare thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
The one that's in charge of the research that pays for everything. Do you not know?
I don't think I do.
Oh, well, he actually has a Pokemon lab just here that's based in Kanto. Actually, he's bought out quite a bit of land off to the northern region of Kanto.
Oh.
You'll find him off in Celadon City.
Oh.
Not Celadon, bleh. You'll find him off in Cerulean City.
Oh. Okay. What's his name?
It's kind of looks over at you. The camera pans in. Huh? What? Varric?
What?
Greg.
Oh, I thought you said Varric.
I mean, you don't know. Maybe that's Varric's middle name.
Varric Greg Richmond.
That's too silly. He's just Varric Richmond. He doesn't need a third name.
As the camera pans in, she seems to look forward. Her eyes slightly open. A sinister aura turns around from everything.
Just kind of looking around, waiting for something to happen.
Bill.
Bill.
Bill,
Nah, this
Bill, it's gone.
He's the guy that turned himself into a Pokemon or something.
You don't know anything about a Bill. He goes by Bill. He lives in Cerulean City.
We heard the name Bill when
Oh yeah, you are correct.
Yeah.
You are correct. He goes by Bill. He lives off in Cerulean City.
well, if ever I need to, then I guess I'll go and talk to him. That'd be interesting to learn about that whole thing anyway.
Well, she takes the stack and like holds it as fucking close to her as she can get. It's good to have met another person willing to take on this endeavor. You know, people used to always travel around with all their Pokemon from the beginning of things. And I think it's kind of weird that people want to stay away and only limit themselves to 6 Pokemon, even if the league says that that's what people should do to make things fair. I think you should carry around all your Pokemon all the time. Anybody else want to sign up for this?
No, I'm good. Thank you, though.
no.
But why? I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I
guys.
look a really nice professor and Alola, and it's cool there. It's fine. Well, it's not cool there. It's really warm, but listen. I mean, sometimes it's cool. It depends on. Hi, I'm Keanu.
Basically, yeah, she basically lets you guys know that each of the regions have their own big professor who basically pulls in their money for this kind of research, and the one that's here in Kanto is named Bill, and he's off in Cerulean City. But yeah, Keanu, you would know that that it wouldn't be the same for like everything. Like that's just the Cantonium one. Like each of them have like their big thing. So like if you ever did actually, just to like make sure that you do understand, Evelyn, if you ever did actually want to opt back in, you would either find another professor or you go back to your Hoenn professor.
Okay.
Again, you could sign up with Bill here though if you wanted to. This would be the easiest way.
Sign up with Bill. We know Damson.
Mm-hmm.
So those are options.
Mm-hmm.
It's easier to just stay as Alola because it's a far way to travel, and if I wanted to come say hi to all of them at once, then I would have to go here. And no.
Well, no, she's asking you to sign up for not having any of them like that.
I mean,
and just
not
keep
having,
all your
but
Pokemon
if I
with
wanted
you.
to have it back, but I could just have them be in Alola, and then when I go back to Alola, I could be like, yo, what up? And they're like, I don't know, Pika-Pee. And I'm like, I love you too. And then we can all roll around in a big pile and make a hammock and barbecue, or, oh, eat Tropius bananas. Sounds like a great time.
Sounds like the greatest time.
Oh, Grandma, she can go pick them up and take them Pokewalks.
So, Eric, now that this has happened, you can have as many Pokemon with you as you possibly could want. As you can carry, at the very least. Depending on bag space, all that different stuff, blah, 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 blah. Until you get, like, more, we won't have to worry about that.
I don't plan on catching too many more.
You don't plan on catching 20 Pokemon.
No.
But yeah.
But you can have as many as you want. The only problem is if you ever go to any healing station, because you have signed up your trainer ID to this, any of your Pokemon that are inside of your Pokeballs that you put in there will always add on to your tab that you have with them. So basically at this point, like, anytime, even if you were to like be like, hey Varric, you hold on to these Pokemon for me and do that, like it would still put onto your thing.
So.
Yeah. But again, you are completely free at this point to choose your own professor to potentially give your stuff to. You can, or if you find anybody who's willing to do something like that for you. Potentially, it doesn't even have to be a professor. You guys could potentially sign up with
Eric's dad.
with Varric's dad, or you could do what probably a lot of criminal organizations do and sign up with their organization.
We fucking call up Mr. Mungus.
Yeah! Sign up with Mungus Co.
What's
One
that, Evelyn? You want
one
to
thing you-
start up with me?
One thing you
Sure, no
probably could
problem.
do is, if Team Breakthrough ever has the funds, potentially have Team Breakthrough sign up for it.
I don't know about that one.
Just saying, if you're ever
What do
still
you
with them.
I feel like
do you
there are
mean?
plenty of better options available immediately.
Mean. We're gonna.
But
turn
what if
Team
you travel?
Breakthrough-
But who better to have than somebody who you're traveling around a boat with? And then whenever you catch Pokemon, they just go to the boat.
One that we haven't seen in like weeks.
You're fine.
We need to contact them.
They're fine.
Ulysses and Lee are probably dead.
That's probably what I'm gonna do.
Lee was
Okay.
probably eaten by his dinosaur.
That's how it worked. You guys get that signed up, and at this point, you guys go ahead and start getting yourselves ready for sleep, for getting ready to travel on. At this point, most everybody seems like they're going to continue traveling with you, as both Shopkeeper Joy and Mew Tony seem to want to get out of Viridian like whenever possible. They're just like, yeah, well, there's nothing to do here. They're just gonna keep making me fucking move things, and I don't like it. Also, I want to kill all those Pikachu. I'm kidding. Before anything else happens, Varric, you said you wanted to try to contact Ulysses.
I could do that after we deal with the whole Joseph situation.
Yeah,
That's
they're
fine.
not even come in yet.
They're not.
They haven't even come in yet.
Give them some privacy.
God.
Hey, we can give them some privacy.
You make your way up away from Peeps. You bring out your phone and you call up Ulysses.
I don't have a phone. Remember?
Well, you're in the
That's whole
Pokemon
thing.
Center, is what I'm meaning.
Yeah.
They have their own phones.
Do any of the boys want to crowd around this call, or nah?
Any of the boys? Why do they
Who
want
we
to crowd around a
calling?
call for?
My boys, my player character boys.
Who we calling?
Ulysses.
Yeah, I'll
Uncle
come. What's
Ulysses.
up? Hey, Ulysses.
Bing. Eric?
I'm fucking pulling out Glubblin and playing with Glubblin.
There you go. Varric, you call Ulysses. You get no answer.
Oh, this blows. All right, I'll be back.
All right, later, Varric.
When you say no answer, do you mean like
No response at all. Not even a ring.
not a ring, not even a message
Nope.
directly to email,
Nope.
directly to like voicemail? Nothing.
Nothing.
That's not good. It's not good at all. And he'll obviously go back to the others if I can't get through to him. Oh no.
You go back to the others.
Mm.
That was quick.
Yeah, I couldn't get through to him. His phone must be off or something.
Maybe he like mixed some Dr. Pepper and milk and drank it real fast. That's bound to cause an emergency.
Hold on, maybe he just doesn't want to talk to you, Varric.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, I
maybe
did call from the Pokemon.
I'll go and call him.
phone. All right.
As she calls the number, and she holds it up to her ear, and immediately just kind of brings it away. Varric, my phone's not working.
What do
It's
you
not
mean your
even
phone's-
ringing.
Yeah, I noticed that too when I tried calling him. Does it not have signal?
Hold on. She calls Keanu.
Well,
Keanu!
hey, how you doing?
I was just wondering if my phone was working.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
And am I sounding like, is it coming through clear?
Reading you 5.
So what are you doing?
Chilling. Looking
He
at
just looks from
Wormy.
her to him, 5 feet apart.
Varric's staring at me, and that's weird. So I'm kind of thinking about what's up with that.
I don't know. I don't really understand why you have a bug on your head, but it looks okay.
He's cute. If I catch him, he'll go away. But then I could just call Grandma, and she can take care of him for a while until I play with him. Or
That
I
actually
could-
brings up a good point, Keanu. You probably, with all of the fucking canosity we've been throwing about your family, you're probably signed up with Team Skull.
Ah!
Can we make that canon? Can we make that literally canon? Can he just have all the Pokemon he wants? He didn't even realize it until now.
Well, no, he's probably signed up with Team Skull, which means his Pokemon would go to Team Skull.
Hmm.
They would go to wherever their servers are, which probably means his grandma. Anywho.
But yeah, he's cute, and I want to make friends with him and Larvesta, and then they can, I don't know, bug kiss or whatever.
She goes over and sits down while she's talking.
I didn't even really know if it's a boy or a girl because it's a worm. And they don't
Yeah, that's
really show
probably
that.
a little bit hard to tell. She's like kicking her feet.
Yeah, how you been? You've been like, there's been a lot going on.
Oh,
You
then, you know,
interested in anything?
it was interesting. Well, you were there, but we went to the underground and we found another rocket base, and there was a lot of stuff that I learned while I was in there. And she's just gonna continue to go on as Varric, you're just watching this happen.
Guys, y'all don't need to be on the phone for this.
Sorry,
Y'all are
Rick, I'm on the
right next to each other.
He just like puts his hand on the receiver, looks over to Varric. Varric, I'm on the phone. Hold on.
very important call.
Right next to each other, though. You don't need to call for this.
Sorry, I'll be right back. Sherry, Varric seems like he's got something to say. What was that?
Just so you know, your bug is a Caterpie. You've been
Okay,
calling it
Sherry, I'm
more
back.
like
So it's
Pokemon.
apparently a Caterpie. That's what they're called.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm gonna head upstairs and where there's a better signal away from everyone else, so that I can talk to you.
All right, I'll be done here.
Goes and sits down up there. Keanu kind of goes over toward where the seats are. So yeah.
So we can't get the comic with Uncle Ulysses. That's not good.
Yep, Uncle Ulysses apparently is not answering.
Not even for Sherry. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. You know,
Raina's just like hanging out around you, but like is not interrupting you because you're on the phone.
you know, I'm just moving her for a second, but like looking at this, they look like a happy family.
I don't know how orange hair makes fucking weirdly purple hair.
Orange and black.
The orange is just
Purple.
recessive genes. You know? He has recessive genes over here, and the purple's obvious, like the dominant.
You
gene,
leave
and-
his jeans alone just because his jeans are shorts. But no, you're trying to like figure out what could potentially be going on when around that time, Joseph and Officer Jenny comes back in. At which point, Joseph seems to like look over toward OJ and then make her. He seems to start like goes over. He asks where Sherry is, and you guys say it's upstairs. He goes upstairs. Keanu, you hear? Oh, hold on, Keanu. Yeah. Yeah, what's up? Oh. Oh yeah, I'm on the phone, but I can talk. Yeah, what's going on? Oh, really? No, I mean, if you really feel like, yeah. No, I'll be fine. No, it's fine. I mean, do you have to? You don't have to. Oh, but you want to. Oh, but yeah. You don't want to. Should I tell? Oh, you're gonna. Okay. All right. Hold on. Keanu.
Yeah, I'm still here.
77 is sorry. Joseph is telling me that there is some important stuff he wants to tell everybody.
Okay.
But long story short, he's gonna stay here.
Oh, I kind of get it.
He wants everybody to come up here. Oh no, he says you don't have to come up here. We can just go down there, but I want to stay up here.
Okay.
Well, let's
Alright,
go up
goodbye,
there, then.
Keanu.
Bye.
You guys hear all of this from up from just up there.
Well, let's go on up then.
Including technically everything Joseph would have said.
Yes, you would have heard everything Joseph said. Joseph would have at that point explained to Sherry that Officer Jenny had talked about how the only staff they have here in Viridian are those Growlists that she told you guys about, and how they've been patrolling the entire area. And how he seems to think that, especially with them now learning about the rocket bases, that they should have more people on staff, and she couldn't find anybody. So Joseph is thinking about staying here and helping protect Viridian City.
Oh, me.
Also, he likes her.
Also, he did the big.
He
Big-
likes
You
her.
want to hug her and maybe kiss her. And then the Pikachu's gone. So nothing about, but you'll still kiss though.
You want to hug her.
As he explains all of this, he says that it'd be best if he stayed, because he knows how Rocket and Break act, and he can potentially not only protect Viridian, but also stop anyone from getting to the boy off in the cells. So as he's explaining all this to you guys, he looks down over towards Sherry. You guys heard all of that, by the way, from down there, but like he explains it again when you guys get up here.
I mean, obviously, that's the only way it can go.
Fucking Mutony's up here too. Why not? And as he explains all that, he looks over towards Sherry, and he hands off a Pokeball to Sherry. As he hands her Porter Cookie.
Now we got Porter
Said,
Cookie forever.
he said, your friend gave me this, and I can't just take it.
It'd be weird if I kept it now after only just joining you guys.
For
and
like a
maybe-
couple days.
But it's fine. Things happen. Love happens at first sight. You know how it is. He's always been a romantic, that Joseph.
At this point, Sherry now has a pretty fucking crazy team of Pokemon. Look at this, my dudes.
And remember, at the end of all this, we do have to give Porter Cookie back to.
No, we
Abe.
don't. I'm kidding.
Ours now.
Look
Look
at
at him.
Sherry's fucking Pokemon squad.
Look at the happy
All-star team
squad.
right here.
Look at the happy squad. Like even Cryogonals always had that happy face. Hero has like a really happy face. Look at that. Got the bedroom eyes going on. Just super happy Porter Cookie, and then Ditto is perpetually happy.
Cryogonal, yeah, like its eyes look super happy, but its mouth is like. "Wah."
Is that even a mouth?
I mean, I would assume.
Or is it just markings for a mouth?
I mean, it has little balls that float below it, but yeah,
Looks like a mouth.
its face.
It's happy, grumpy.
He's got a range of emotions.
It's
He's a complex
Harumpty.
Pokemon. No one but Shooter will ever understand him.
It does not appear like that mouth ever actually moved. So it is just
Doesn't.
markings.
You don't
which
ever
is-
actually move. What if this is actually him?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
What if those are like eyes?
More eyes.
Yeah.
He's just got like glowing, like weirdly shaped nipples.
Yeah. Anywho, so
Anyway.
as Joseph and Sherry look off to each other, Sherry's just like, "Well, I'm gonna miss you, number 77. It was good to catch up again these past like 3 days." It's been longer than that. You guys were walking from Johto with there, and at this point, her and 77 will hang out for the rest of the night before you guys check out in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And Jenny will be there too.
So where's our Oliver boy? Where's that boy at?
Oliver?
Oscar. Fuck. Why do I keep doing this? I keep
Oliver,
mistaking
Where
names.
the
gonna be
fuck is
somebody.
Oliver?
Fucking O names are hard. All right.
He's
They're
off.
O's.
He's off being somebody. He's off fucking starting a band. You know.
Or getting some disease.
The most likely option.
Some Pokemon disease.
Look, they're both in games where there are like, monsters about. All right, it's hard to remember names when they're similar.
Glubbelin's just sitting on the ground, fucking dancing. It's like little glub fat going back and forth.
Yay! I love him.
My plan has worked all along. I was pushing them to be together, you see, so that only I can be dad to share.
I will
orchestrated
be
this
the
whole
dad.
thing.
I
I
am Dadrick.
I am Dadrick.
Look at me. Look
I
at
am
me.
Dadman.
I am the dad now.
Her father shall be next on my list.
But no, Oscar hasn't returned yet.
Going to kiss them and then catch bad guys.
I'm gonna
Except
call him
he's a bad guy, but not the bad kind. He's just a normal one who's kind
Miss
of
Joy?
bad.
You gonna call up Oscar? You said Evelyn?
Yeah.
Beep.
We've met a lot of good bad guys.
You start calling up Oscar. As you do, the phone rings, and eventually, hey, what's going on?
Hey,
Anything up?
Yeah, we had a whole big time in a tree with a base and a guy. And a
Well, you were in
ditto.
some kind of a treehouse.
Kinda. There was a giant ditto, and we fed it, and it was a crazy time. I was just calling to let you know that we're back at the Pokemon Center. And wondering what you're up to, where you are, what you're doing.
Well, I've been trying to get some of my work done. I called the league earlier today whenever we had all separated, and I've been trying to get everything settled when it come to that. They were all very surprised, as I was whenever I disappeared. So there's that. Apparently they haven't been keeping up with everything very well since I've been gone. And I'm really honestly debating going back.
What?
There's so much going on right now. And I do feel like if I were to go back, then maybe I could get them to bring you guys back too.
Oh, so you mean like you're debating going back right now?
I can't go back right now. I'd have to go either to Cerulean or to Celadon or maybe to Saffron. I'd have to catch a plane.
But you are gonna go back eventually, right?
I'm thinking about it. Thinking about heading out over toward Celadon right now. Well, not now, but you know what I mean.
Mm.
And if I do, I can see if we can get the league to get you guys all tickets to Sinnoh.
I don't know if we're all gonna be going back to Sinnoh that soon.
I know that you guys have your own things you're doing, Evelyn, but it is... I mean... Seems like going after these guys are pretty dangerous. I'm not sure if I'd be able to... I mean... Never mind. I'll stay. I'll get back to you guys in a minute. Let me see what I can do. He clicks off.
Okay. Oh, okay.
From
Kinda
what you
looks
can
at his
tell,
phone.
Oscar seems very much in a position where he probably needs to go back, but he can't feel like he can leave you guys because of what you're doing.
Mm.
He feels very much like they need me back there, but I can't go back as long as you guys are here.
Yeah. Gotcha.
As you get that, he seems to just hang up the phone, and you are back with the boys. What could possibly be done for something like that?
What could possibly?
Do you want to
Look
let
up Pops-
let the others know since they had wondered about him?
Yeah, she'll tell him what they talked about and all that.
So basically, we just need to convince him that we'll be fine without him. Again.
Yeah, I mean, we did it before. It shouldn't be too tough.
Although this time it's more, he definitely needs to go back and take care of things with the League
Would
over
that
helping
really
us.
would that really work though? I mean, if he's already seen everything that's going on, he saw us fighting against that girl with those powers. Do you think he'll actually let us stick around without him?
I mean,
It seems like he said at the end, never mind.
But he has to go back.
Hmm.
I mean, the reason I brought him here in the first place is because, you know, he is strong and he does make me feel safe, but it's not like, I mean, we all got each other. We don't need his help to do this.
He just walks in. We don't need Oscar. Oscar.
oh no.
Uh,
No. No.
Ah!
How could
I'm
they
kidding.
say that?
No,
No,
I'm
it's-
playing.
It's not like that. It's more. I respect how powerful he is, but we need to be able to do this on our own, and he needs to go back to the League. He needs
Yes,
to,
sir.
from the sounds of it.
He has a lot of important things he needs to do.
So we just need to convince him to go back, or I technically could just send him back.
What do you mean?
Jirachi.
You still have one more of those?
I do.
I mean, I would prefer to convince him to go back, but
I would
Get out of here, Oscar! Leave!
Yeet! He gets fucking picked up by Buff Jirachi and thrown out the window and up into the sky. Fucking sent all the way back to fucking Sinnoh. Not even just teleporting in.
I guess we just gotta wait until he shows up.
Hopefully it won't come to that.
I mean, we were able to beat her. We were each even able to take out one of the champions Pokemon. So it's not like we're weak.
Yeah.
Keanu took out two. What now? I'm kidding.
Keanu took out two and a legendary.
He
One of them was a legendary Pokemon. So
What?
They're just talking
Oh
about
no, I
you,
was just
Mr.
playing with the
Longest.
dogs. I'm kidding.
Oh yeah, no, he was really cool.
Yeah, he was.
You guys chat for a little bit about potentially seeing what you guys should do with this information. Eventually, you do see that Oscar and Macho do return about 10 minutes or so after the conversation happened, and he seems to make his way over. Macho seems to be carrying like a bit of stuff that they seem to have printed off from a different area they were in, and he seems to go downstairs and just sit on the couch, like kind of rubbing at his hair and like looking down at some of the documents that he has in front of him. But he does not seem to go up to you guys immediately.
Macho.
No bothering! Rah! I'm kidding.
yeets up to the thing. I catch her.
He looks over. Ah!
Hug.
You go for hug. You guys are fighting now. As that happens, he like looks up. You guys go play over there, okay? Yeah!
Oh no, now you can't show off your new ability. Oh man.
You go off with Macho.
Macho, I think there's actually something I need to talk to
It's like
Oscar
holding you in the air, like, ah!
Be sure to have some fun.
Ah!
Macho, I'm getting dizzy. Oh my god.
He like puts you down. Huh?
There's something I need to talk to Oscar about. This is really important.
Oh! Okay! Drags you over,
Oh, what?
puts you down. He looks up like, Macho, what are you? He grabs the papers, rushes off.
What?
Ah!
Oh.
I love him.
Okay.
So, yeah, he's probably gonna be at that for a while.
Yeah, thanks. I'm kidding.
That's not what I intended.
I'm playing.
So.
The Loden,
yes,
thank you for the Twitch Prime, my dude. Anyway, continue.
So, like, I guess sit down next to him on this bench or whatever it is. So, you're really thinking about not going back?
Yeah, they can handle things without me. They handled it before me, right? I guess. Except that they didn't really. Yeah, they're fine.
I mean, it really sounds like they're not, though.
Okay, putting it differently, they're more fine. They're more fine than you guys are.
I mean, I feel like we're finer than you might think. Remember what happened last time? As long as we have our friends, we...
What do you mean? The time that I got teleported through time and space and half of you guys passed out from fighting something that I could barely even comprehend? Or the time that Keanu died?
He died?
From what he told me, stabbed right through.
Maybe.
I don't remember if
he's
you
over
shared
there.
that.
You can hear you can hear them from where they are.
Yeah, I got stabbed.
I guess die is a little bit strong of a word, but it would have happened to anybody else probably.
It might have. I don't know. It was weird.
I just feel like you putting those responsibilities... I feel like it's not a good idea.
Well, I said it back in Snowpoint, didn't I? Whenever you were looking for someone to take you up the mountain.
Hmm?
I need to keep you safe.
But I was talking about the time in Orberg when we agreed that we'd be good on our own.
I mean, he kind of like scratches his cheek. Yeah, but a lot of new things happened since then.
Yeah, like we met Mew Tony up there, and we met...
Yeah, there's also that.
I mean, he seems pretty chill.
He threatened to yeet us all off of a mountain.
I mean, he seems chill now. And there's Glubinaldo, Glubelin up there. I'm still kind of debating between the two names. And there's Victini over there. I mean,
Paperwork is paperwork, Evelyn. If I can stay here and help you, it doesn't matter, right?
well, you
I'll
said
just
that
do both. They'll just send me what I need to do. I won't be able to talk with them a lot about what we need, but I'll just get things done. It's fine.
I really think we'll be fine on our own, Oscar. Just looking him straight in the eye. Very serious.
Roll me charisma.
I will put 2 inspiration in because fucking
What?
why not?
Only 2?
That's pretty good.
It's pretty okay.
It's pretty okay.
Oh, so close. Oof. That was a 19 total, I believe.
Gonna have him roll for his understanding. Boop. He looks off over at you. Yeah. I know that you believe you'll be fine, Evelyn.
Looks to her lap. Doesn't really say anything.
Besides, plane's expensive. I'll just stick around here. Macho, bring him back over. Ah! Bring them back over. Ah! Oh, okay. I'm so silly. He kind of puts his fingers around the top of the ridge of his nose as he takes back the things. He's like, no offense, Macho. Return. Well, we had our talk, Evelyn. Let me finish this stuff up, okay? We'll talk again later.
Okay. She'll stand up and she'll walk away. She'll walk back upstairs.
He sits down and he just continues to go over his stuff. He pulls out his phone and starts dialing up some things there, and at that point, you make your way back up. Looking down at him the whole time, he's just kind of looking like he's probably gonna stay up most of the night taking care of that.
That didn't work. I don't know what to do.
Well, if he wants to stay, he can stay then.
It's not like I don't want him to stay. I don't know. I'll just kind of sit down and hold whatever Pokemon that will let them hold her, or that will let her hold them.
None of them, except for Mew, Tony. I'm kidding.
Mew Tony
Come
wants
here,
to
Mew
be the
Tony.
little spoon tonight.
Bleh. You have tiny Glubinaldo.
To pet Glubinaldo.
You guys each eventually make your ways to passing out. You guys lay down up in the little area up here that they have for people. You get your complimentary blankets and pillows and all that good stuff, and everybody goes to sleep for the night. As you guys go to sleep, Varric, is that a yes or a no for today?
No today.
Okay. You guys.
I know I'm being a bit of a bitch about this, but I don't have a wish at the moment.
That's fine.
Because I
You
already have
guys-
everything I need.
Save it for when you have one.
You guys all make your way to Dreams. Eventually, you guys wake up in the morning, as you do. It's around the same time for each of you because you guys probably wake up around the time the lights go on. As the morning greets all of you, you all kind of stand up, and eventually, things are gonna kind of go down with how they do normally. Each of you goes downstairs. You get ready for any sort of morning activities that are gonna happen today. Unfortunately, Sherry does not feel like morning calisthenics today. She just kind of is hanging out with Jenny and 77.
That's fair.
So she kind of goes out. She kind of goes out with them. She'll be back in a little bit.
Pokemans.
You
know
guys
how it
all
do.
you guys all make your way down. The one thing you guys do notice is that when you guys get down here, Oscar seems to be basically asleep where he's sitting. And there is a large pile of papers not only off to the side of him stacked up from things that he's done, but also piled up in front of him as if they fell off of him while he was sleeping.
Mhm.
As that is the case, you guys can choose to wake him up now. You guys can wake him up later.
Might be good to let him get a little bit more sleep.
Or you can leave without him.
So anyway, I'm gonna.
He
go
doesn't
ahead.
know where the rocket bases are.
But are we that awful of people to do that to him? Anyway, so let's get all our Pokemans fed up for the day.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be nice. I believe that's 2 Pokemon food for all 6 of mine.
Does anybody want to put their Pokemon through a customary heal up everything? Evelyn, do you want to do? I'm kidding.
I healed all mine specifically before doing that.
So now that you have a tab, does that mean that you can just grab whatever item from the shop and have that be added to your tab?
Nope. It's strictly a medical thing.
Okay. Damn.
You guys all kind of get together and go for eating things. You don't have to worry about Pokemon food while you're here because you're in a Pokemon Center.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
So you don't have to worry about taking off any Pokemon food currently. As each of you are basically getting ready here. What do you guys want to do? You said you want to let Oscar sleep, so Oscar's gonna keep sleeping. What do you guys want to do for the first part of the day then?
I'm gonna complete my Pokemon's training for their special move.
I'm gonna
What?
Go back out and try to find that thing that Sherry and I saw.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
And what about you? What about you, Keanu? What do you want to do today? Wait, I haven't. I got it. I got it. There you go. No, I'm kidding.
Fucking-
I'm kidding. What do you want to do today, Keanu? Keanu, you've done this every day, Keanu. I know you're
Same
leaving
thing
Viridian
repeats
today,
you
but come
every
on.
night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Keanu and the brain.
That's what happens whenever it becomes the Varric and Keanu show.
It better not. I swear to God.
Keanu and
You
the
fucking
brain.
go.
I should get a Pokeball for Daleron.
Keanu and the Craig.
John Cena would be off with Sherry currently, because he follows her
Yay.
around even though he's terrified of her.
Oh, they're still hanging out elsewhere.
No catch, only raise.
No catch, only race. She is my daughter, and she will. And I want to one day fight Cena for the right of being Sherry's father.
Okay, Varric, you head off to the eastern part of the city to continue your little thing. Evelyn, you go off without Sherry off to the lake. See if you can find that thing that you guys had seen before.
Mm-hmm.
And Keanu, yeah.
Pika.
It's perfect.
As we go through this, again, Varric, you're wanting to complete your Pokemon's training. I believe the 2 that we're training currently are
I'll go ahead and put my girl away because I don't
I believe it was Tressa. Was Tressa training today?
I
Because you were trying to make high jump kick, right?
was I making high jump kick?
I think that was one of the ones you were going for.
I think I was doing high jump kick and the poison one for B drill.
Right.
That's
High
right.
jump kick and twin needle.
And twin needle, yeah.
Yeah. Do-do-do-do. All right then.
All right.
You
yeah.
you spent the several sessions to potentially try to upgrade their moves. As you were doing so, they have taken the cautionary things to do so. You are getting rid of jump kick and you're getting rid of poison sting. Then,
Yes.
okay. Just so you know, twin needle is a bug move.
Twin needles. Was I getting rid of bug bite then?
I don't
it-
know. I will say poison sting is a very low damage move.
Or was I getting rid of fury attack because they were both multiple hit moves?
It's up to you.
I can't remember which one it was.
All I know is that twin needle does poison. It's
Twin
just
needle
not a
does
poison
poison.
move.
Now choose Spider-Man.
You can get rid of Harden.
You know, I could just go ahead and get rid of Harden. Yeah, why not? I don't need Harden.
You gonna get rid of Harden?
I'm gonna get rid of Harden.
Okay.
Doesn't need Harden.
And Tressa is going to get rid of jump kick, I'm guessing? Or is Tressa going to get
Yes.
rid of foresight?
She doesn't need.
Oh,
foresight.
wait. No, your thing in
What?
particular you don't choose. You have to take the one that you're getting rid of.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah, because you're literally just making them better. Okay, yeah. So this
I'm
this has to go to high jump kick, and this
That
has to go to twin needle. Okay.
And it has to go to. I mean, was it bug bite?
I
had
will
to
say
have
it had to be bug bite because it is a
It's
bug move. Yeah.
That's right.
So twin
That is
needle,
right.
bug bite goes in a twin needle, and jump kick goes in a high jump kick.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
Do-do-do. You complete your training.
Yay! Do-do-do. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Evelyn, you get out here and attempt to find that thing that you saw. Upon looking around this thing today, I would like you to please roll me for first off just a straight luck roll,
Okay.
so I can see if certain things are going on.
Here we go. Oh, you can do that on luck, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Huh.
As you look around, you start to notice that the water seems perfectly still today. As you look out toward it, you don't really feel like there's anything here, and potentially you start thinking about things. Roll me for your understanding to see if you get anything from this still water.
Huh.
10 plus 6, yeah. You have a feeling that if anything were abnormal around Viridian City, that at least stays around here, that people would probably know about it. Like, since you and Sherry saw it in, like, the first day you were here. But if that's the case, that means it was probably here abnormally, and you guys got rid of the abnormal thing that was around Viridian City.
Hmm.
You got rid of the strange sounds and vibrations that was coming from around here. So that thing might have moved on.
Gotcha.
So unfortunately, you don't really see much of anything today as you look around, and you kind of come to that kind of conclusion near the end of the time you're here, that it might have moved on, whatever it was.
Gotcha.
You're like, all right, goes back to the fucking thing. Tell Electivire to keep being electric, please. I need to find the thing that was out there.
But yeah, if that's
Do you wish to make your way back? Sorry, again, it would have because the reason this thing was here was fixed. I had to have you roll luck to see if it was still here, and you didn't get a great one.
gotcha. And that was like several hours, I'm guessing.
You
Gotcha.
just like going around, like you've at least been out here for a little while.
Hmm.
You know, you sent like Bubbles in to look around at things. He comes back like, "Is this Magikarp it?" And you're like, "No, Bubbles, the Magikarp isn't it." Okay.
Mhm.
Is this Goldeen
Okay.
it? No, Bubbles, this Goldeen isn't it either.
Is this my
Okay.
But you end up having a good time over at the lake regardless. You hang out with your boys. Finally, Keanu. While you are around the Pikachu, you notice that while you're there, Mew Tony seems to literally just be staring at you from your pile of Pikachu.
Say again. Sorry.
Mew Tony is staring at you from your pile of Pikachu.
Yo, what's up, buddy?
What are you doing?
Baskin.
Basking.
Yeah,
What does that mean?
just enjoying. Look at all these big cutie patooties.
Looks to the Pikachu, looks back to you. You cover yourself with Pokemon quite often.
Yep. You wanna join in?
You're always holding on to those other Pokemon as well.
Hmm.
Why?
Because I love them.
Narrow his eyes. What is love? I'm kidding.
No, say it.
No.
Me,
Joke.
don't hurt.
Love.
Mm-hmm.
Roll for your charisma. You have a lot of charisma rolls today.
Yeah.
So many
Keanu
charisma rolls.
is 13.
I don't understand.
Well, them being around me makes me happy.
But they're weak.
That's fine. I don't need them to be strong. Besides, I think all these guys together could destroy me. Isn't that right, guys?
Pika! I'm kidding.
Good
Exactly.
company of Pikas.
There's just like fucking
Pika.
like a dozen Pika sounds. He looks at them and looks to you. So the numbers is what you crave then.
Nope, I like every single one individually.
I don't understand. He starts floating away. He's just kind of like staring at you. He's like floating backwards away from you.
You might get it more if you join me in the pile.
No.
No, Dad, that's too embarrassing.
I will keep my eye on you. He gets around the corner and just staring at you.
So we got two big soons over here. We got Mew
I am
Tony.
not a soon. I just don't understand.
Also, what's a soon?
I am not soon. I am a Mewtwo. Soon sounds weak. I will defeat it in battle to prove it. Anywho, you guys make your way back in. As you do, you guys see Officer Jenny and Sherry and John Cena and 77. 77 looks to each of you and just like goes off to each of you and says his heartfelt goodbye that I'm sure that Will tell you guys later what he says. It's like goodbye Evelyn. You're tiny and strange and I like your Pokemon and your hoodie.
Aw.
Goodbye, Varric. You are not as strong as me, and I could hurt you.
I will protect Sherry with more than you could.
He punches you in the
shit.
face.
Fucking throwing that
No.
shade.
No, I'll make sure Sherry's safe.
He goes over toward shopkeeper Joy, and he's like, "Hey, you joined around the same time I did. Keep these guys safe. You're like the oldest or whatever, probably."
Sorry, it couldn't work out.
Goes over to Mew Tony, and he's like, "I'm fucking watching you."
No, I'm not. But,
if they say anything, then I'll be there immediately. You better watch out. And he's like, I could throw you against the fucking wall and there would be nothing left. And the two of them stare at each other for a minute before he walks over to Keanu.
Hey, bro.
He's just like, yep.
Let's extend a hand out from the pile of Pikachus.
He takes your Pikachu pile hand and he shakes it in his. And he says if he's only a text away, and he gives you his number. You notice that as he goes to send you his number, he's extremely quick with his thumb to text things back to you. Because that is something specifically that Will said he was great at, was using his phone. As he makes his way over towards Sherry, and he says bye to Sherry, and him and Jenny, as Sherry gives him a hug, they walk out. And they go off
And then they
to the
explode.
police station.
And the police station explodes into a horrific mushroom cloud of poisonous gas.
Wait, we were almost right. He's gonna arrest Jonathan.
Perfect. All right. So, with that being said, you guys kind of collect yourselves. You look over. Oscar is still asleep. It is around midday at this point.
He's still on wherever time.
He's catching them hard Z's. At some point, one of the Nurse Joy's head came by and collected the papers from the ground and piled them on him.
He's got that teleport leg, you know?
Yeah.
You guys go to wake him up. It's time. You guys probably want to start heading out, so it isn't too late.
Varric looks to Evelyn.
To April. God, you have great eyesight.
I have bad eyes. Why do you think I wear glasses?
You'd assume because you have bad eyesight.
It's not the best. All women look the same to me.
You just look over at fucking Nurse Joy.
Thank
April.
you, Mom. But he looks over to Evelyn like, so, do you want to go wake him up? Or...
Guess so. Feels, I don't know, it feels wrong not to. She'll nudge him, wake him up.
He shifts and his eyes come open. As he does, he looks over towards you. What time is it?
Blah.
midday.
Midday. I overslept. Haha. Anyway.
Haha.
No. He looks over at you. Must have fell asleep. What's going on?
We were just getting ready to head out.
I'll be ready in a minute. He stands up. He looks at the papers that kind of just drop from his lap as he stands up. He's like, and he picks them up. He puts the rest of the ones that are off to the side that he had completed in his bag, and he puts the ones that he hasn't completed away. He's like, I'm gonna go stop by somewhere to send these off. I might as well do it here. Give me like half an hour.
All right.
Voop. He heads upstairs. He's gonna send off the ones that he's got done. You guys make your way over to where you guys are. Do you guys
All
wait
right,
for
now
him?
we can- Well, we also have to discuss where we're gonna go next.
That's all. You guys just go. I swear. Are you waiting on him though? Are you waiting on him to figure it out, or are you gonna just talk about it? He seems to think. I will say this, if that helps you at all, Evelyn. that an airport would be somewhere would he would leave. That would be over in Celadon. However, he probably at this point would not want to go there because, well, he's not getting on a plane anymore. You guys know that there are other places you could head off to, but every place that you guys can think of would probably mean to either go to either Celadon or to Pewter through the Viridian Forest.
And there wasn't anything really in Pewter.
I mean, we could see the old lady again.
If you
we
go
really wanted
go up toward Pewter, you can make your way to Mount Moon from there, which would help you get into Cerulean.
I mean, we still don't know everything about that stuff we saw on the computer. If we could find another computer to look at, it might help us. Be
So,
better
Blue?
prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that I'm forgetting with Ulysses? Like something important? I feel like something's nagging at me, but I can't quite remember it.
What do you mean, man?
Like, I know we were supposed to tell him when we got to Kanto.
Mhm.
But that's effectively all I can remember from all that time ago.
The last time you were in contact with them, you do know that they were in Vermilion City, and that something was going on in Vermilion City.
Mhm.
That's about it.
All right. I'm just gonna go over to Nurse Joy over here. Excuse me, Miss Nurse Joy.
Yeah, what's up?
The last time we talked to one of our friends, they were in Vermilion City. Has anything been happening over there? I couldn't get into contact with them.
Oh, we could bring something up. We could bring something up on the computer and see if there's anything going on. Would you like me to?
Yes, please.
She's going to go on the computer and roll for her dice to say how much information she can pull up.
Come on. Ah.
It's 11. She doesn't get any specifics. However, she does get this because it is a major event that was happening there. Interesting. Apparently, throughout in Vermilion City, there was a large raid on some sort of ship that pulled into the harbor, and there were around 24 arrests.
Huh.
Also, apparently,
How long ago was that?
the gym leader's wife. Oh, she had her baby.
Ah. How long ago were those arrests? I mean, that seems like pretty big.
A couple of days ago. It seems that most of the people that they had gotten were from some other. They seem to be coming from I believe Olivine was the last place they had poured in. It seems like. Well, luckily they were able to find all those criminals. And she looks so cute. Look at the gym leader's wife's baby.
Aw, so cute. Internally screaming. Does it mention why I'm sorry, it's such a big event. I'm a little curious.
Oh yeah, she came out healthy, around 8 pounds.
Ah, cool.
Her name is Abigail. Abigail.
Ah, cute.
She just smiles at you.
Well, you know what? I think we should head to Vermilion City, guys. It seems we need to check up on how our friend is doing over there. I mean, with such a big thing happening, I hope he's okay.
Oh, the rest of the people in Vermilion should be perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
Vermilion's a pretty small port town. Most of the criminals, if they were to have been arrested, would probably be taken up to Saffron.
Okay. Does it like they came from Olivine? It said.
There's not a lot that I found, honestly. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't really know a lot of the ways around these things. I got an 11. I'm kidding.
I know you got an 11.
If you were to find another place, then maybe you can look up some stuff. You could use some of the facilities here, but I'm not sure if you'll find anything more than what I found.
Alrighty, I'm gonna do just that with another computer a little bit away from her.
You go over to the
no.
computer over here and you start looking up anything. Because this will be the second roll, I'm gonna keep a lot of the information away. However, if you roll better than her, I might give you a little bit more. Go ahead and roll me again. Roll me for your. This would be a diligence roll. Roll me for diligence.
Diligence. All right, let me just go ahead and do this. You know, I mean, you know, I just have so many right now. Let's just do that. Let's do 3 inspiration and hope to get some more information. So that's already better than her.
17 altogether.
17. That's 18. That's even better.
Altogether,
third roll,
22.
Third roll. That's a 7. Not so great. And here's the final roll. Let's just see. Yeah. So the 18 is my highest.
You begin looking up some things, and again, a lot of the stuff isn't public knowledge. So even though you got really high, I'm going to keep some things away because this is the second roll that that has been made. But as you look through, you do notice that there are pictures, and you can kind of tell, even though the faces are blurred, 2 of the people that they seem to have arrested were people who look a lot like Ulysses and Lee.
Does it mention like so? It's just because of them leaving Olivine. It's why they're.
It seems that there was a bunch of charges that they seem to be charged with. As you look at it, it seemed to be several things that are just kind of listed there, nothing specific. But among the list, there is charges of kidnapping and human trafficking.
Makes sense. That tracks.
That human tracks.
The human tracks.
Do you want to drag your friends over to see this?
No.
Do you want Sherry to see?
No.
You want her perfect memory? You want to have her look at that and see?
No, I don't need that. I'm gonna go ahead and just take this information with me. So I'll the windows, and I'm just gonna be over here just you know.
From what you did know, again, you read through the thing, that there was apparently an anonymous tip-off that these people were that, and that there was evidence found of most, if not all, of these charges. They currently they're being held in Saffron City, in the jail cells that are there. So yeah, you go back. What'd you say, Apple?
Is it what were you looking at on the computer?
That's going on.
What are you doing?
You want to go? You want to go over to him,
You know
Keanu?
what?
No.
He's just still in the Pikachu. You've been in there a couple of hours at this point, Keanu.
Okay. At this point, you'll go get a Pokeball for the Caterpie.
You gonna go get a Pokeball for your Caterpie?
Yeah.
You wanna catch your Caterpie?
Yeah, I'll send him off to Alola for the time being.
All right, I will need 300 Pokedollars.
I'm pretty sure I have that.
I do have some Pokeballs.
I'll give you back 200.
Wait a minute. I have 6 $50 ones.
Ah, okay.
That'd be a lot easier.
And you get a Pokeball. You want to chuck it at it?
Eeh.
First shake.
Yeet!
You nat 20. Second shake. As long as you don't nat 1, everything should be good here. Because that is a critical capature. Yeah, you got him. Da na 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 na. It's gonna disappear. Do you wanna opt into the thing? You wanna keep your Caterpie around forever, or
No.
you're sending it into the void?
Could just make your grandma pay for it all.
There you go. At this point, we'll say that Caterpie is with Grandma. We'll keep her with all these other We'll keep him with all these other Keanus over here. No. There we are.
No, actually, it's a good idea.
What's up?
I'll wait for Keanu to be done with this thing if he's not done yet.
Keanu, you have put your Caterpie boy away. You've done the Pokemon trainer thing of keeping one of them out of your party.
Whoa!
Eat it.
Unreal.
And one day, if you ever need a Caterpie for any reason, you know you have one.
Hold them around and make them string shot people. Be great at parties.
You know what? I feel like I could use some fresh air. Do you guys want to get some fresh air with me? Oscar, we'll be outside for a little bit.
For some fresh air.
For some fresh air!
Varric just yeets himself out.
That's Varric's secret-telling voice.
Do you guys want to follow him?
Sure.
Keanu?
Yep.
Okay. Beep. 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 Apparently everybody wanted fresh air. So Varric, everybody comes out with you. At that point, you just see Sherry come walking up, and you just close the door and hold the door. And she just sticks her tongue out at you how dare you, Varric! I will get my revenge. She goes and grabs John Cena and runs off, looking for another way out.
Cena, get him! It's the door.
Thank you.
Shatters the glass.
Thank you for doing it like that. Because, this is not something that she needs to hear at this very moment. That her uncle's been arrested.
Uncle Issies is in the Hooskow! We gotta save him! Anyway.
So, he's gonna be talking a little bit low for this, because this is a very serious thing. Yeah, they're all arrested. Ulysses.
Okay, I was gonna wonder because that was super
Yeah.
pronoun-y game. I was like, they. It could have been
Yeah. The ship got raided. That's what happened in Vermilion City a couple days ago.
Like everyone.
An anonymous tip said that they were involved with kidnapping and human trafficking, along with other stuff.
Considering
had
Team
evidence.
Raid's the government, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know what to do now, because now it makes sense why his phone wasn't working. Because he's arrested, and it's
Kind of a
probably-
dumb move on their part if they left it on and then they answered. Hi, who's this? You'd be like, Varric, and then you.
That would've-
Screwed.
Fair. Maybe it is lucky that happened.
Yeah, man. And these things got GPS signals in them, so they'd be here in 2 seconds.
And now
Okay, just come back here and be like, well, sorry, you gotta go to jail. And that'd be an awkward conversation to have.
that would have been awkward. And now they're held in Saffron City at the moment. And I don't know what to do about this situation. Are we gonna have to get all Ace Attorney up in here?
What did they get arrested for?
I just said
You just said they got arrested.
they got arrested for charges of human trafficking and kidnapping, among other things. and they had evidence on the boat.
I mean,
supported it.
that's true so far. That's things they
did
did
all
do,
that.
other than Lee.
That's things they did do.
Yes, but that is something that happened to us technically. But I mean, I don't know what to do now.
Like that, we don't need to get Stockholm about this. They did do human
But our friend,
You know
is
who
trapped
didn't do
with
it?
them.
Lee.
Lee didn't do it, so there's a problem.
Lee is arrested.
But with like the appropriate amount of discussion and like exploring, that should come to light on its own. He's just a victim stuck on a boat. Everyone else there is like way guilty.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the people you guys had gotten from the from like different
Right,
areas.
they were also criminals. They
They
just
were
did
also
different
members.
crimes.
I mean, they didn't do those things in particular, though.
You're right. They were just working for the other guy who murdered the two guys. And then we're like, "You're coming with us." And they're like, "Yeah, that's fine."
I don't know what to do now. I don't.
What about the professor?
That's the trick,
And
Vera.
our
the
professor.
Professor
Actually, he's over at fucking Cinnabar, so he's fine.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Cinnabar.
See, the trick is never know what to do. Speaking of which, have you seen Biggie? He's
I
a good
know
man.
Adorable. Look at him.
he got bigger.
It's true. He's like a Borb now.
He's like a Borb now.
Little Borb.
Like they need to make like bubble tea places themed after him. Little
Like a
red
Mayo
jelly
Cafe?
balls that are like his ears.
You
and
guys-
the little blue ones that are.
you
But yeah, we
guys
should
do
help
know-
them, I guess.
You guys do know that if you did want to go to Saffron, which you don't have to, in order to try to help out Lee or anybody else, you would probably need some sort of inn. Or you guys can just fucking waltz up like you guys own the fucking place, which is definitely what you guys could do. Like Keanu said, the government is basically Team Break at some level. So, like, you guys do know that in order to get that kind of inn, you might need to find a Team Break member or somebody who has a high enough position who can potentially do something like that.
Hear me out.
You do
we
know
all get arrested and we break out.
exactly.
We're
You
not
could do that.
Shawshank Redemptioning this, Keanu.
The game just takes place over the course of like 20 years while you guys are inching your way through fucking concrete.
It's not like we're going to jail for murder. You just be like, "Hey, I didn't file my taxes for 4 years."
But you could make your way to Pewter and find that one gym leader that you guys had helped out over at the Mount Silver, or you guys can head off to
helped out.
Cerulean and see if you can talk to fucking Sherry's dad into letting Leave go.
I know how we can go to jail. We'll just start a town and name it after something that's not a color.
What about Pallet Town?
Pallet Town's all the colors. Where you put the colors.
Or again, you can go off to Celadon and hope to find out more about the rocket bases and kind of be like, they're in jail, but once we, find out everything about Team Break and bring that to light, things should be fine. What do you guys want to do?
It'll be fine. Ace reporter Keanu's on the case.
Yeah, I feel like we should at least get Lee out of jail.
Hold on, I gotta call somebody up.
Who are you calling first before
I
you
walk
call?
away and call Kathy.
No.
You walk away. As you do, you just kind of like get over to the end of the thing. You look around the corner from the Pokemon Center as you see that fucking currently up in like a little bit higher of a window, Sherry is trying to get out from a window. But
Just throw Lapras out of her Pokeball, then use her head as a slide.
I'm stuck.
Okay, be safe.
You pull up a ring as you do. Kathy, quick quill at your service.
Big Kathy's Keanu.
That's what it said on the ID, I'm sure. I didn't actually look. Sorry, I'm in the middle of something. What's going on? Keanu, you're the Keanu. I know you.
Yeah, it's me. It's the guy from the thing. So big scoop, Kathy. Big scoop.
Big scoop? Oh, hold on. Hold on. And I am ready. What? What is it? What's going on?
Okay. So
Keanu, no!
I have it on good authority that there are corrupt agents within the. Oh,
Varric.
sorry, hold on.
Varric, what are you doing?
From Varric.
Varric, what are you doing? You're running from Varric?
Yep. I'm being chased, so I have to be quick.
Both of you roll me for your deck.
Keanu, please not run.
Inspiration. So 16 was the. Oh, sorry, no. That was 18 was the high.
18 on the roll?
16 plus 4.
Oh, okay.
I'm
That's
putting in
20.
14 plus 4.
14 plus 4.
I'm putting in 2 inspiration
Go
for
ahead, man.
this. So here I go. First up is a 4.
Please don't.
Second one is another 4.
Please don't.
Third one.
I've
Third
never
one,
wanted you
come
to
on.
fail harder than I do right now.
So Keanu is like busy at this point, currently completely outspeeding you, going around the Pokemon Center talking.
Feed your ass.
Sorry, Kathy, I have to be quick. I'm being chased. I have it on good authority that there are corrupt agents within the Cantonian government that are preparing to stage a major event in the near future. There's been mass arrests lately, and it's something worth looking into. I gotta go.
Arrests. Oh, okay. As you stop under where Sherry is stuck. As Barrett comes like walking out. Like, ah.
Oh, stop. Stop.
Hold on.